Hello! Warming up there. And welcome to Generation Shadow, the epic supernatural saga that takes you through the entirety of horror history, one nightmare at a time. Today's nightmare is episode 5, the finale of our 1920s West Virginia arc. This episode entitled The Colton County War. Let's meet some of those Colton County warriors. I'll do a quick recap after we've made some introductions, but basically, it's all come down to this. The miners, the union, and the company are going toe-to-toe, and it's time for war. So, as we kind of go around and introduce ourselves, I want to know who you are, who you're playing, and what their vibe and feeling is as we enter the finale. First up, we have Marvin.
All right. So hi, I'm Marvin, and I'm going to be playing the scholar Montolio Egantre. Not really based on any horror monster or famous, a monster in history or anything. He's just an asshole.
the real monster.
That's the real monster.
What he's vibing right now, since it's getting to the end game, there's one specific thing that he wants from EC Fields. One of those little stones he uses to keep himself immortal. Because Montolio, he has a hunch that he's not doing it right. Mr. Fields, that is.
Ooh.
And if he gets his hands on one of these stones, he'll be able to unleash their real power.
Well, there might be such an opportunity in this very episode. Next up, we have Kat.
Hi, I'm playing the Vermin Rose. She's a zombie filled with bugs. Currently, we've captured somebody who I don't remember the name. Was it Charles Lively, maybe?
That's right.
Awesome.
I'll do a recap too to be sure.
There's a reason I wrote that name down.
But that's the one.
He's captured. Became a zombie a long time ago, trying to end my unnatural life by killing the person who accidentally killed me. Have not managed to do it as of yet. So, I'm still...
Yes.
That person, or
that is young.
that vampire, Sir Clancy Claggett, is still out there.
It's true.
And we'll see if that reaches ahead.
I tried to kill him on the Long Island steeplechase, and I missed very badly and splatted on the street below.
Didn't work out.
It would have been a really good fight scene.
It was a cool fight scene, but it
You have
might
my
be...
awesome new claws. Shishing, shishing.
Oh yeah, got those cool Wolverine claws.
That's right.
Courtesy of
I
Dallas'
call them
character.
magic claws, by the way, so that I
Magic
don't
claw.
get sued.
Yes, make mine magic.
Magic silvery claws.
Badger.
Dallas, who are you playing tonight?
Tonight,
Badger.
I am playing Mr. Sue. He is a wizard, most likely strung out to his wit's end. He's
A
he
mad
had a
mage.
cool invitation recently to the home of a very powerful wizard, or I believe
Yeah.
she was a wizard.
The soul.
Yeah,
Sorceress?
sorceress, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a really cool encounter.
Wizard,
He got some pretty cool insight from one of his buddies, Doc Moth, about the mountain. So he's feeling like he was really on his path to his what's important. So hopefully he's going to be able to take care of what he thinks takes care of him.
After that, we have Nick.
Yep, I'm Nick, and I'm playing the ghost of Thomas Stratton.
Ooh.
Yes. So he was a union miner, got killed by Mr. Steele now, who is no longer with the rest.
Yeah, he's in Egantre's possession. Mr.
I
Steele
own
is
him now.
Yeah.
gone.
God.
Yep. So basically, the former Mr. Steele and his goons killed him and a bunch of his friends and family. Well, one of his family. So, and now he's sort of...
A ghost that's out for revenge.
Well, just trying to figure out what he needs to do.
To die.
Mostly.
To actually die.
Well, maybe not to actually die, but
To move on,
to
maybe.
move on, or
Go into the light.
find a purpose.
Well, we will see what happens with that in this episode.
Ooh.
And then finally, our very special agent, Patrick.
Hello, I am playing Special Agent Roman Berryessa. I'm currently working for the Bureau of Investigation, and I'm in Colton County, technically to investigate and make sure that none of the sort of union strikers are well, not really communists at the time, it's the Bolsheviks, which they aren't. They have no idea who any of those people are, which is a good thing. My job is much easier now, but I'm still stuck here in the middle of this war, and I've sided with the Union, sided with the workers, so we'll see how that plays out.
I know, truly a great career move.
Truly a great career move.
So, speaking of great career moves, what happened last time was that the company laid a nasty ambush. The company, of course, being Delvers Incorporated, which is stripping the soil, sending these miners to their depths in the cold, dark as the dungeons, tunnels, and mines. They laid an ambush for all of you guys. Did not succeed, but they ended up killing the beloved Sheriff Smilin' Sid Hatfield.
No, last of them.
Yes, who was cut
Not
down
really glorious for him.
and murdered by the company.
He'll probably come back as a ghost.
It's possible. I mean,
Maybe not.
Look, if I do that with every character, this game will get way too crowded.
It'd be a spooky game.
Technically speaking, Dizzy Izzy thinks he's a Dybbuk.
That's true. And more on that in our next arc, as we'll see. Yeah. But for the time being, you captured the Judas who set it up, the traitor, Charles Everett Lively, who is a supposed Union man, but he's really been informing to Delvers Incorporated the whole time. Now he is in your possession and taken to the Rose's shack. We're going to start the game. But first, let's go around with our opening moves. So, our session intro. Who are you going to investigate?
I'm going to investigate the Knight faction, Ma Howler. I want to see and try to figure out where they're tossing their lot in this fight. If they're trying to stay on the side, or if they're going to try to pitch in to push out EC Fields and all that.
Well, Ma Howler is soundly deceased.
Yeah. Didn't they all die?
Yeah. But there might be some of them. Ma Howler was killed.
Yeah,
while the company was ambushing you, they also staged an attack. Blew up the stills. Yeah, so we'll see. So roll, you'll see.
Well, whoever's left. We'll see who's left and where they're going to
Isn't
throw
that
in.
just Tad at this point, or did we kill Tad?
Oh, that's
Tad is still alive.
That's a grand total of 3.
Okay. You have
No idea. But I do
left.
mark that off, and I do get a level up, so I'll take that.
Meow.
Little victories.
Might make it worth it.
Probably not.
The ghost of Thomas Stratton. Who would you like to investigate?
Let's check in with mortality. Seeing what comes of the death of the good sheriff and sort of their preparations for the war.
Yeah. So you're checking on the miners.
Yep.
Colton County Miners Union.
Straight 7.
Okay.
So.
Let's see. It says you could owe a debt, and they owe you a debt. At this point, probably Mother Jones is the one that makes the most sense to owe each other.
Isn't Mother Jones captured right now?
She is not.
Oh.
That was just a ruse.
Oh, that was just a total lie.
Yeah.
Yes. The whole point of it was to lure you away to this cave to ambush you.
Which completely failed.
Well, I mean, Sid Hatfield died. R.I.P. So. But it did not
It
take
still
you
failed
guys
since
out.
we're all alive.
Yeah.
I continue to be dead, as does the ghost of Thomas Stratton.
See? So it wasn't a failure at all.
It's a state of unlife. I mean, it has the word life in it.
Sort of. Well,
More like undeath.
Yeah.
thanks to your knowledge, your new relationship with Mother Jones, you know that the death of Sid Hatfield is going to become a martyr. It's going to inspire more acts of almost revolution that could lead to cataclysmically violent consequences.
Violence, violence.
Yes.
Bring it on.
How about Mr. Sue?
Well, since the Moonshine Gang is pretty much all but destroyed in their things, Hollow Hill takes in like people who are sort of outcast and or in trouble, right?
That's right.
So I would check in with Hollow Hill and see if I'm hoping Doc Moth got out. I don't remember, but if anyone else, and see what they can, or if anyone there has any intentions for support.
Okay,
That's
yeah,
what I
give
was-
me a roll there.
6.
Okay.
Yeah, I get a +1, so 6. So don't do it.
I'm afraid you do not know
Yeah.
who survived or who didn't.
We're going into the blind, you guys.
Yes. Well, at least you got someone to interrogate. The Vermin Rose. Who would you like to roll?
Well, now that I know that Clancy Claggett is involved with this whole Delvers Incorporated thing, she's gonna try to see if she can't track him down.
Okay.
I have -3 on power.
Well, make it lucky.
No.
Okay.
Unlucky.
Well, you get to mark it at least, so that's something.
Yeah, I forget what it means when you fail. It's just like...
It's bad.
You do not quite know. Yeah.
Anonymous, you're caught flat-footed, unprepared, or unaware of the
Yeah,
incident.
something bad. So you might not know. You've no idea where Claggett is.
Right, but people know that I'm looking for him.
Right. You know he's involved. Like you run into him in New York. It's pretty clear that he's like an operator
Yeah.
for the company. But yeah, where he is, you do not know. And then finally, Egontre.
I'm gonna be rolling knight, seeing as Ma Howard did owe me a debt for saving her son's life before she died. I'm gonna look for a will and see if she mentioned me.
Awesome.
That and/or find Ted Howard. I'm not a complete bastard, just missed one. Fail. Horribly fail. That's
Wow.
a 3.
Anybody's gonna
minus
look
3.
into the Night Factory, just like they're all dead, I guess.
No.
You're all arrive with the smoldering ruins of the house, just like
Ooh. Well, Tad
Ooh,
might
buddy.
make an appearance.
I know where he's
later
at.
in the game.
I actually found it.
Just ash.
So
These dice are gonna kill me.
we will pick up right where we left off. We are in
Somebody
the
down
Vermin
once.
Rose's shack, and the Vermin Rose's vermin have brought in Charles Everett Lively. So he is currently, or actually, Vermin Rose, he's kind of your prisoner. So how do you, what do you do with him?
Oh, am I back together again?
I would say enough time has passed, like a few hours. Does that think that's enough?
That should be enough.
Okay.
So, like, that skin sack at some point just gets, like, all the bugs and creepy crawlies and snakes just crawl into the skin
It slowly inflates.
Ugh.
And then she puts on a robe.
We appreciate that very
Thank you
much.
very much.
She's not bad looking. Just saying.
Sure.
Okay.
You're a corpse.
Your corpse.
I'm very well preserved.
As you say, as a cockroach scuttles into your mouth.
Hello, Mr. Charles Lively.
Hi.
So, you tried to, get us all killed.
It ain't what it looks like.
It ain't what it looks like. Well, what do you think it looks like? That's how you sound to me.
You can tell he's like trying to think of some kind of excuse.
I'd save your
Carefully,
breath.
lively.
Just tell us the truth and might get to keep more of your breath.
By
He's
the
gonna
way,
need-
I'm not manifesting to be seen, so he just
You're
hears
hearing
it.
your voice. Oh,
Yeah.
so creepy. He's like,
I'd like to do a figure someone out.
Wait, does Lively know who I am?
you know, he might have. He's someone who like lives in Colton County, so he might have known you in life. Yeah.
So he hears my voice and he knows who I am.
Yeah, that's probably pretty creepy for him. You want to figure him out?
Yep. I'm using my new redemption move like them.
Oh.
When you try to figure out a member of mortality, roll with spirit instead of mind.
Hey.
My spirit's +3.
Hey.
Hey.
Infinity.
Let's figure someone out.
No.
Nice.
That's 15.
Oh, wow.
Uh,
That's really good. Yeah. That's,
so I
Great.
would like to ask the questions. Number one, who's pulling your character strings?
you can. Oh, go ahead.
Huh?
Yeah, your other question.
Oh.
Or I can answer it if you'd like.
Sure, you can answer that first.
Right. It's definitely Delvers Incorporated. He is a stooge, a spy for the company.
And what was he hoping to get from being a stooge?
Probably just money.
So
I
that-
mean, it's not a hard sell. You're in a pretty desperate area.
So that's it. It was just for money, and you're just willing to sell out whatever principles you have.
Sounds pretty American to me.
Exactly. Look.
I strike him.
Oh, ow!
We were talking to you.
So, Mr. Lively, who would have known? Who was your point of contact?
He's like, look, I want to help you. I do. I'm sorry what happened to the sheriff. They just tell me what to do, and I do it. But you got to believe me, Field. He's something terrible. I can't tell you about him.
I'm sure you can. And I'm currently I've set up to the side. I'm now loading my rifle again. I'm sure you can as I slam the bolt closed.
He's gonna need a persuade to really open him up.
Yeah. That's excellent. That's a 12.
Oh man! All right. Well, putting in the bullet is what does it. He's like, okay, I'll talk. You don't gotta hurt me.
Wow, what a coward this guy. I mean,
He's in it for the money. I don't expect him to have very many screws.
Like, yeah.
So you had a contact.
He was like, it was that bloodsucking feller, Claggett. But he bring me in to see Field, and I seen the old man by himself. What he's doing in there, in his mansion, the stone he's got there, the heart of the mountain. He's always talking about it in these hallowed tones, like he's speaking to God or something of that nature. And the way he goes down, he's got it there in the basement of his mansion. It's all guarded right there in the basement. And he goes over and he sort of like communes with it. I don't know, but there's an earthly glow about him when he's done, like he's getting more power, unholy power. It's the devil's work down there. I tell you what.
But you must have access to this area, yes? They have a god that recognizes you?
He's like, yeah, I mean, I would sneak in there now and then to tell him what's going on in the holler. So he's got a bunch of these human guards posted out front and some more of them strange silent fellas from Hammersmith.
So is it like a regular meeting that you tend to have with him, or just you come and go as you please?
I just sort of go whenever I pick up a new tidbit of information.
So if you were to go and pick up a new tidbit of information right now, you could head in and they wouldn't think anything of it.
I suppose so.
When she asks that, one of her claws pops out. Do we have any other questions for him right now? Oh, I should rephrase that. Do we have any other questions for him at all?
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
Give me a second. I mean, trying to process the information you just gave us. So where is this entrance that you normally come in through?
Well, usually I wait till it's all dark, but I've been known to slip in during daylight hours as well. It's kind of in a secluded valley, so it's a little bit out of the way. So I just go over to the big gate, and the guards there let me in.
And you're sure the heart is in the basement?
Yep. There's a passage there through the library. That's usually where I meet with Mr. Field, up in the library. He goes down, a set of stairs into the basement, and I think that's where he keeps it.
You think?
Are these stairs?
You don't let me in there.
Are the stairs always there, or are they sometimes hidden?
Well, no, we just sort of got one of them closed gates, spiral staircase going down into the earth. But I don't know what's down there. And he's like,
probably.
All right, look, I might have told something else to him last time I was there. Besides setting up the ambush, maybe if you promise to let me go, I'll let you know what it was. It's important, I'm telling you. You don't think so?
I mean,
She's thinking about it.
No, I made those claws. I have not seen what they can do. I'm quite tempted.
Well,
And
the
all
fact-
you do is steal.
The fact of the matter is, as much as I'd like to let you go, I have a very bad compulsion to hunt the disloyal. And you are a very disloyal man. I am fighting against every part of my nature, and she starts pulling off her face. I could really use your face.
Oh. All right.
I've seen her do some weird things. Never seen her do that, but I don't doubt she can do it. So, you might want to give us information, and it's a better chance of coming out of this alive than not.
Really, buddy, you're not getting out of this. So just tell us what you want, what we want to know. I'll let you have a sip of this brew. It's your last drink.
I think you need to give me a persuade for that.
Don't need to. Expert negotiator.
Yes.
Well, I still need to roll, but when I persuade an NPC by offering an arcade item they need, treat a 7 or 9 as a 10+ on result. Which I'm offering the ghost brew that I splice with ghost tea. Well, the werewolf brew that I splice with ghost tea. You know what I mean. Rolling. That is a 7, so it's a 10+.
Oh, wow. Alright, well, that does it. He's like, I told him about Hollow Hill and where the miners are camping. And Field, he said he's going to strike them somehow. Like from the sky. I don't know what he was talking about. Doesn't seem to make sense to me, but he's a man of power. So when he says he can do something, odds are he can do it. Alright, I've told you everything. Now how about letting me go?
Nah,
Unfortunately, that was information we already knew.
That, and I have one question.
Yeah, we already knew that information.
Okay, just spooky voice coming from nowhere.
You wouldn't happen to have been involved in the death of me and my brother?
Let's see. He's like, well, look, I don't know. I thought they were just gonna rough you up a bit. I might have given away your location, but you was talking union and so on. You knew you would bring trouble down when you do stuff like that.
So, I am, at this point, rolling Hideous Visage. Unless you guys have anything else to say to him.
Nope.
I'm just sliding backwards, literally.
Cool.
I'm sitting there making sure my gun's clean.
I think we all had
So
a
I'm
gun.
going to go ahead and roll Hideous Visage right now.
And right next to her, as she's doing this, I'm going to manifest physically, just to show him what he has wrought.
Whoa.
So, that's a 12. All she says to him, as she finishes pulling her face off, and it's like hundreds of voices of insects saying it in unison, "Don't squirm."
Ooh, that's good.
So creepy. So what are you doing to him?
Oh, she's cutting his face off.
Oh,
But
man.
because he did like, because he did talk, she's polite enough to nick his carotid so that he dies quickly rather than slowly and agonizing pain
Right.
as his face gets cut off.
Well, fitting end for a two-faced kind of guy.
No, she's
Yeah.
two-faced.
I know. All right.
This is the first time that she's tried to do this. I've been thinking about doing this for so long.
Just face swap.
Face off.
Yes.
All right. Also, you successfully get his face. You might need to do a mislead, distract roll a little bit later once
Should
you're
I
like
do
in
like
disguise.
should I do a let it out to see if I can get his face to take?
I mean, I think you get it. Like, let's keep it to one roll. I think. Like, it's pretty. Look, from what I've seen, it's pretty easy to take a face off. All right.
Oh no, I just meant for it to like be hurt to be able
Oh,
to
to like
animate
fuse
it.
on
Yeah.
there. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna just let it out and work for that.
Okay.
So this is the plan. We're gonna go infiltrate. Cool.
All right. Let's do that, and then
I pull out my badge and like, at least we have two ways of getting in.
as you're doing this, you hear there is an excited knocking on the door of the shack.
Oh god, that's a really high let it out.
Whoa! All right, I think you get that face
Yeah,
just how you
so-
want it.
Yeah, I'm taking definite hold of that face. And I'm counting the extra
The
success.
verbiage.
I'm taking the extra success as sort of an extend your senses, supernatural or otherwise, to be that her senses can function with this face. So the face moves like it's hers. Face.
Sure.
And then she puts on his clothes.
Whoa.
Cool.
I mean, she's not exactly the same size as him, but, you know, he's probably bigger than her.
So
And he's poor, so probably has baggy clothes anyway.
yeah, it works. So as you're doing this, there's an intense
It's a
knocking.
good look.
And Mr. Sue, you can see through like the windows that it is Doc Moth,
Oh,
looking very
Oh,
worried.
And by the way, one last thing she does, she takes her own face and folds it up like a pocket square.
Oh man,
Just
in
the
there.
lips hanging out.
well, here.
Yeah, lively, super dead.
Ooh, ouch.
So Doc Moth is pounding at the door, very agitated.
Yeah, I definitely open up the door. I take a look at him. Is he okay? Like physically?
He looks a little like Like he's run through the woods, you know, kind of maybe chased a little bit.
No flying?
His wings are all spindly and messed up. Like, he's not very good for flying.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Land moth.
When he opens the door, I go, "Oh gosh, what's the matter, Doc?" In the background, the body of Lively is rapidly being consumed.
Yeah,
by
I was like, what
vermin
you
that
do with
are,
the body?
pouring
Like,
out of the wall.
Hey, if Mothman sees the body, it's not a big deal. He's almost on our side, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, right now, what he would see is a giant swarm of cockroaches and
rats and
snakes.
Dogmoth's like, I'm not gonna ask.
Oh gosh, this is a spooky place. I'll tell you what.
I know that poor Mothman.
That's too spooky.
But,
He's like, I had another vision. He's the same voice for Lily. Mothman was a little higher pitch. There's trouble over there in the holler. There's terror coming from the sky. You need to get over there. The miners trying to get away, but they might need some kind of cover, some help. Come over here. I'll lead you.
Gee willikers, I've seen the errors of my ways, and I'm ready to help.
Well,
Maybe,
Mr. Lively, sure glad you had a change of opinion. Come along.
So Lively, you might want to stand back so we don't blow cover just yet.
I love how it's Lively is the the name of this guy.
Yeah, not so much anymore.
Uh-huh. An ironic name.
Yep.
So do you guys follow Doc Moth?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks to his prophetic powers, you get there just before the bombing starts. You reach the woods outside of the Hollow Hill Holler, and this is where the miners, including Mother Jones, have made their encampments, just like a bunch of tents and roughly hewn structures. They've only been there for a day or two, just kind of trying to stay away from the company's gun thugs. But now, the company's gun thugs have got wings. You can see coming above the trees a whole bunch of these old-timey biplanes, just like rented out from a normal airfield, equipped with simple bombs, and they're going to be start dropping on these miners to attack them.
Cool.
Ugly.
I'm gonna rapidly approach Mother Jones and be like, are there any old mining areas, parts of the hollow that are well protected by tree cover? Can disguise you guys, because we need to get out of here like right now.
She's looking up at the planes coming in, being like, in all my years, I've never seen its like.
I've seen it before. You can outrun them.
If you say so. I'll do what we can, but we'll need you to buy us some time.
I can lead the way as well too. I can help lead people out of here.
Okay. Let's have you roll a let it out to assist.
I'm actually rolling this way.
Oh, cool.
When you
Even
lead
better,
people out
yeah.
of danger, roll with blood. On a 10+, we can all get away safely. On a 7 and 9, I get hurt. One of them gets hurt. On a miss, they're out safe, but I'm screwed.
Okay.
So either way, they're all gonna be safe.
Oh dear.
Okay, that's not bad. That's an 8.
Alright.
It didn't go bad. So I guess as we're having the evacuation, I'm gonna be the one who's gonna get hurt somehow.
Okay, well, let me do keep your cool.
Okay. Let's see how badly that goes. Cool is plus. Oh, I roll with blood. Excellent. That's a 9.
Okay. Also, you take like a faint harm.
Okay.
So, what do you think this looks like? Like, how are you ordering?
So essentially, I'm just as soon as I know where we're sending them, I told Mother Jones to lead them. I'm just gathering people and getting them out of their tents and out of their wherever they're hiding, and just getting them moving, getting some leave behind everything except for weapons and what the essentials are essentially. And I'm kind of the last person in line.
All right.
While everybody else is prepping and going to do whatever they're going to do.
So I'm going to say the planes come down and start dropping their first payload. One of them hits a tree, so you get some nasty splinters.
Yeah.
Just flying free and gouging into you as you're getting to safety.
But the civilians are out of the way.
They're getting there, and that definitely helps.
How
Stratton,
thirsty, you guys.
I would like you to roll a let it out to extend your senses so you can notice something. How do we do there?
That's spirit, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
6.
Okay.
Can I assist in that?
Yeah, maybe. You could,
Because I'm
connect-
also hella dead.
Yes. if you're connected to the spirit world, you could probably assist us.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're knight, right?
Yeah.
You're assisted. Yeah. I assisted you so hard. That's an 11. So.
Just yeet the assist.
All right. Goes through Thomas Stratton.
Mm-hmm.
So use this to extend your senses. And you realize in your like ghost vision, coming at these appearing in the distant sky is a pirate ship. Maybe Thurman's spirit is leading the Sanguine Tide. Yes, the Black Freighter sailing out to help. The skull, with the
It's a
skull
new
on
life
its
for the
mast.
ghost of Tom Stratton's ballad.
Well, I'm gonna. I feel like we're doing the thing, so he goes next. But I've got a thing
Okay.
I'm ready to do.
We can have
Well,
yeah, Stratton, you ready? What would you do when you see the ship coming?
sorry.
I'm gonna see if I can get up to the captain.
Okay, I'm gonna say you can do that. Like, it's just a matter of flying over there. And indeed, you do see. Maybe Marvin, I'll ask you. What does Diego Wensley look like at this point in his unlife?
Well,
Crustacean.
kind of decayed a little bit. Since he's going into battle right now, he's probably in, crab regalia, got his lobster arm and everything, his hat, barnacles and everything. And he looks really prepared to get into a scrap. Has his boarding axe over his shoulder and just shouting orders. Man the hatches! Pull up the cannons! We've got some crew to add to the ship.
So
That's
cool.
how they add crew.
Yes. So he's bringing the ghost ship around. He looks over at you, Stratton.
I take it
his-
you're the captain?
Hi, I be the captain. You're no recruit, laddie.
For the time being, I guess. Name's Stratton.
Nice to meet you. And he reaches out a crab claw.
The old crab claw handshake. So, how do you think Diego actually would ask him if he wants a spot on the crew?
So, lad, how long have you been dead?
I would say... It's been like, what, less than a month? Probably. I don't know. How much time has passed since...
Yeah, I would say about that.
I'd say probably about a month.
So you're still getting used to the hereafter. It's alright, lad. It's just, if you ever need some help finding some way to move on, getting used to yourself, finding a way forward, the Sanguine Tide is here. 100 years aboard the ship. And we promise you'll find your way back to the hereafter. Or not, if you want to.
Let's see, let's...
He knows the secret to going back to actually dying, and he's just
I
like,
mean-
I'm gonna stay here now.
Yeah, that's the kind of decision he made in our
Yeah.
last game, I think.
It's a great decision.
Mm-hmm.
It really worked out for us in this moment.
For the time being, I just need to make sure that the miners are safe.
Aye, life is precious when you don't have it.
Yes.
And we'll
Especially
keep
since-
those poor people safe.
Especially since my parents are two of them.
That's even more important, laddie.
I
Do you want to man a cannon yourself? Just be
don't
known
think
as the longer you stay on the ship, the more likely you are going to turn into a fish person. It's not really anyone's fault.
Yeah. It's a regular crab rave up there.
Like people.
I'll say for right now, I don't think I've ever shot a cannon.
Well, it's easy. Come on over here. We'll show you. We'll show you.
Good.
So, she walks around ready for a broadside. Mr. Sue, Vermin Rose, are you guys doing anything as the...
I am, but I thought I would let Mr. Sue go first.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Sue.
Okay. So I'd like to channel first, sort of power up,
All right.
and then my goal is to dope.
With the
So-
saying 5 already.
Yep. So I'm going to shield whoever's near me if I can. I'll spend 2 on that.
Ooh, okay.
So a little bit for myself, a little bit for anybody who's still by me.
Probably all 3 of you guys.
Cool. And
4.
then
After when you take a damage.
I would like to use a little bit of elementalism to
I
cast.
feel like you already ran, right?
Yeah, I'm probably kind of a distance from them. So
Yeah,
I'm
So I
maybe
think
it's just
it's
these 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
To either cast like some strong winds, if I can like sort of smash some planes together, or some lightning.
Ooh.
I put a reverse.
I don't think they were
Portfolio.
expecting a storm.
Yeah, definitely. Not good for those old World War I planes.
So I'd like to do that next.
All right.
Storm brewing and a ghost ship.
I know. Perfect.
Watch out for the maelstrom.
So let's me.
So
Sky whirlpool.
I'm not sure how far you're gonna let me do this. So that's why I said I can either try wind, lightning, or something like that because it says 3 harm close or 2 harm close area. So I'm not sure how far that.
Probably the area one.
Okay.
It's like a,
Right now, of course, I figured that much. I just wasn't sure if I was close enough.
Is it? It's nighttime right now, right?
like early evening.
Early.
That's not so good.
Yeah.
At least it wasn't a 3.
What'd you roll?
4.
Oh,
Well, because I have to unleash,
You have a
and
-1.
blood is unleashed. So yeah.
boop.
Yep. Oh well. I tried. Everyone shielded at least.
Okay. Yes. So a storm is kind of starting, but maybe like the lightning isn't quite coming just yet. What is the Herman Rose doing?
Okay, so the Vermin Rose is doing a quick hit the streets because we are in wild territory. What she's hitting the streets for is bats.
Oh, I
Not
like it.
Literal bats.
Not bats.
Literal bats. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We'll see what happens.
All right.
I thought that's what you were going for.
Rolling with wild.
On.
That is a 9.
Hey.
If anybody wants to assist me, I can bump it up to a 10.
Yeah, sure. I can point out some spots where that's more likely.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm sure Igantre is a big bat fan.
Uh,
Maybe he
that's
needs
a
guano for
10.
his weird. And,
Nice, so now mine is a 10 as well. Also, I've leveled up.
And I've
Hey.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
leveled up as well.
Love when that
Nice.
happens.
I think I'm going to take Tear It Down, which is when you smash through the system to get something you want, you roll with blood. On a 10 plus, you smash your move with obstacles to get what you want. The Tear It Down version that I want to do with her, though, is more like a Disintegrate.
Okay, so what's
So, like, she breaks apart into bugs and then reforms on the other side of whatever it is.
Okay,
Does that make sense?
so is the goal? Are you like sending a swarm of bats to attack the planes?
That is
or-
that is the goal. Yes.
Okay.
But I'm saying for the move I want to pick up is Tear It Down.
Oh, right. Yes. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
All right. So
But I also plan to use Tear It Down for this.
okay. Yeah. I mean that makes sense to me too. You're
Because
using the bats.
I feel like without having Tear It Down, it's really hard to justify what's about to happen, which is bats fly at the plane.
All right. Let's roll that one.
But she's getting what she wants, which is destroy planes.
Yeah.
And she's improbably getting there by taking control of bats.
Yep.
So, rolling on blood. I feel like that it would be a direct attack anyway, so that would also be blood. Damn! That is a 6.
Ugh.
Anyone
All right.
else want to help?
Well, hold on. On a miss, I crash through to my goal, but I'm disoriented and off balance. I suffer 1 harm, and I'm vulnerable to reprisals or attacks. So the bats are still up there. I just totally have lost control of me on the ground.
All right.
Like, basically her senses are just blitzed out, and she... If somebody wanted to, like, blow her up right now, they could, because
Ooh,
she's
well.
not centered.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perhaps one of these bombs could be as you are. The bats are flying up, hurling themselves into the biplanes. It's chaos up there. But one of these bombs is indeed whistling down towards your direction.
Okay.
Igantre, it is your turn.
So I did level up, but if it's okay with you, Michael, I would like to delay changing to a new archetype.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I'll just stay a scholar for now, since I
You
haven't
can choose
obtained-
that to the right moment. That could be a cool dramatic moment. So is there some way you could protect the Vermin Rose from this falling bomb? If not, we could always pass it on to Barrias, and maybe he could.
Well,
Or,
I
I
think
mean-
Dorias is already AM's grade.
Yeah, I'm present,
I got it.
but I'm not there exactly.
Right.
Would you have happened to leave your submachine gun?
No, would not. It's all with me.
Dang. Could really use a gun.
I'm sure you could, and then I'll probably never see it again. Because Montolia was like that.
In that case,
Ah,
I'll channel
light
first. That's
He has
a
magic.
Hold 3 and choose one from the list below. So we'll just mark corruption. And I'll do this. Are you physically near me?
The physical body of her wearing Charles Lively's face is right next to you.
And is that being targeted?
I would imagine that's what's being targeted with the bombs. 'Cause
Alright.
The bats are gonna die because the bats are flying straight at the plane's propellers.
Yeah, but that's like messing up the planes too.
Okay. So
Trying
I'll
to
spend
Clog it.
one hold.
Because as a general rule with planes like that, if they hit enough animals, they crash.
That's true.
It's true.
I mean,
very valid.
she was a nurse in World War One.
Yeah,
She
you would
have
know.
seen planes get taken down by like errant geese.
Easily.
Yeah.
Oh, way too easily, actually. These things are made of basic cloth.
Yeah, I mean, up
Right.
until fairly... I mean, and even now, I mean, if you think about the hero of the Hudson, right? Like a geese flew into an engine and...
And the bomb's coming down. I'm going to spend one hold and just take you with me as I teleport.
Okay.
Yeah. So just out of the way.
Ooh. Yeah, I mean, the shield would have helped a lot too, but this could help as well.
Yeah.
You zoom out of the way.
And I already did take one harm because that is part of the miss, is that you take a harm.
Ah, okay.
2.
All right, you fly out of the way. The bomb strikes now behind you. Big explosion, dirt, wells up, fire, but you safely teleported away. So, Stratton, we'll kind of cut to you aboard the ship.
Okay.
Let's have you do a let it out, and we'll see how it all goes together. Or maybe unleash an attack as you man a cannon
Sure.
as all these cannons fire.
Oh, just to let you know, the faint harm I'm taking is disoriented. It seems
Yeah, that makes sense because like you kind of your consciousness was split up a bit.
Whichever works for you. Diego's got that conduit power, so if you let it out and get a 12...
No.
How we do there?
Unleash an attack.
Yeah, I can see you be unleash an attack.
What? Unleash an attack or what was the other one?
It could be let it out as well.
Let out. Let out spirit. Spirit. It's the same either way.
Ah.
So it's an 8.
Okay, that's something. I would say which well, I mean each one is kind of different consequence.
Yeah.
Do you want to take the one level of faint harm, or do you want to do the corruption?
I think I've... Yeah, this character is not taking corruption, so let's take corruption. Why not?
Okay, yeah, you can never go wrong. And
Very few of my characters
what
actually
happens
take
now? Yeah,
I know, right?
you play good people. The cannonade is unleashed into this swarm of bat-disoriented, storm-battered planes. Several of them. I mean, even though the storm wasn't quite...
Bat-bird.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. I'm so good. I don't even notice when I make these great puns.
Yeah.
I mean, the lightning wasn't tearing them apart, but the storm was helping. And with all of that combined, these
The
planes...
lightning might have made a bat batter.
Yeah. With all these combined, these spectral cannonballs now flying out, smashing apart the planes, the pilots are just some mercenaries, do not have enough, they're not getting paid enough for this. They start swooping away and flying to safety, letting the miners make their escape. So the fleet is dispatched. I should just say, hired airplanes dropping bombs on miners was a real thing that happened during the Battle of Blair Mountain. Yep,
imagine.
the first time bombs were dropped on civilians was America dropping it on its own people.
Wow, that sucks.
I know. Yeah, they don't teach you that in history class because it's horrible. Just like
they don't
our-
teach much
yeah.
about any of the worker strikes and the
I know, labor
bloodshed that goes
history
around it.
severely neglected.
Just
Golly,
Pinkerton.
it's like they
Oof.
want everybody to be good, happy workers.
Yeah.
I know, exactly.
Not think ill of companies.
Yep.
Too late for them. We already do.
Well,
That's a problem with you millennials, is that you don't like being constantly stepped on. Generation X didn't like it either, and we complained about it, and nobody cared because there aren't that many of us. But we wrote some music about it. Would you like?
No, it's great music. It's
Okay.
excellent music.
cool music.
It's what inspired our generation to do it.
Well, it's worked out now at least because the planes.
We only theoretically raged against the machine.
Hey, those anthems still get me pumped. So,
Great music.
all right, planes have been defeated. Now you guys are sort of alone in this kind of bombed out valley.
Could
But
have got a
now,
hell of a lot worse.
I think so.
Yeah, considering we're all together.
Gosh,
Considering we're all
I'm so
together.
sorry that I alerted people to the fact that they should bomb this valley. Derp.
None of them are here except for us.
It wasn't that bad. Everyone's alive, and now we know our current goal. Kill E.C. Fields, right?
Yeah.
I think so. So,
And Claggett while we're at it. Might as well.
And Claggett. He's a little shithead anyways.
you guys know the way to the mansion. How are you doing this?
We use the disguise.
Well, I got some ideas.
Hey, Diego, do you want to take us there?
Yeah, sure. If your friends don't mind sailing on a ship full of undead crab people.
Not at all.
I mean,
No
one of them
offense,
is
but don't we
undead.
think that that's going to be rather unsubtle as far as the whole, infiltration?
well, here's
We're
the
ghosts. Like they're going to see us.
Yeah, I mean, you're a giant flying ship, and they're used to ghosts.
But it's a ghost ship.
It's a ghost
Oh,
ship.
shit.
I mean, it's not like it's completely invisible, right? I mean, like, we can see it at the moment.
Yeah, they'll probably notice the sanguine tide coming from there.
I'm just.
Well, here's the thing. We already have a disguise.
Yeah.
I'm a federal agent. I could just say that we happened to arrive at the end of the bombing and capture a couple of loose ends to bring back to E.C. Fields for questioning.
Yeah, and it's easy enough to say that the feds don't like striking minors.
Absolutely not.
I can also just send Mr. Steele along with you.
That's...
I don't know if that would be
They
Is
know
that
that-
too much?
They know that Mr. Steele got stolen, though, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
Pretty sure that's probably big news.
I'll save him on the download then.
Keep him nearby in case we need him.
Right.
I'm not saying that the plane shouldn't be involved, but just, later.
They have him hang out like in the forest or outside the mansion.
Right, and then just, when the time is right.
Have him bust through the door.
Or put him inside on the top of the ship. And then when we need him, just fly the ship over and he jumps off. I think, I assume the Steel Colossus could probably survive that fall.
Pretty sure.
Mr. Sue, is there any cool gadgets or inventions or explosives you could prepare that you could
You mean rain
bring
bombs
along
on
with
people
you?
that tried to rain bombs on us?
We always use more TNT.
So
We just stockpile the ghost ship with TNT.
I'll leave one of my critters with you guys so that I can give you a signal when it's your time to move.
It's,
Right on your shoulder.
And,
Have this roach hang out here.
Oh,
I
was
pull
gonna
out
do a rat,
cups.
but-
Okay, cool rat.
who wants to go first?
Who's coming with?
If we're both doing you sneaking in and the federal agent stopping by, dropping off prisoners, we could all get in there.
Oh, I thought at least one of them was waiting. Who's going on the ship with the dead people?
Personally,
Mr. Steele?
Mr. Steele's staying up here. I'm not. I like you, Diego, but this is just a bit too much for me. So
I don't think we're on the ship just yet.
I think Steele was going to ride the ship up. The rest of you, I think, are going in.
Okay,
in
I will.
for-
Yeah.
I will leave this with Mr. Steele. Mr. Steele, when it is time to go, this little rat here will tell you.
He just nods. He does whatever Regantre tells him to.
Orbital drop of a giant
All
steel
right.
monster.
Any other quick preparations you guys want to make?
Yeah,
before
I'm
you-
just gonna. I'm gonna bust the handcuffs up a little bit, not so they look broken, but that they can be easily removed by these three when the time comes.
3.
Well, 2 of them, yeah, because the ghost. Never mind.
the ghost just be invisible.
The Gantre and Mr. Sue.
I'm gonna roll machinist really quickly before we go on Mr. Steele. Just with spirit.
Okay, kind of try and bond with him a little.
Yeah, I'm bonding with him a
Nice.
little bit. It's a really good roll.
Ooh.
It's a 14.
It's a great roll.
So you can kind of command him, give him some ideas too, to communicate psychically with him.
Right. So basically, I'm just using it so that he's really in tune with the rat, so that I'm basically setting up the relay for later, if that's
Right.
okay.
Okay, that's cool.
Because I don't really have any questions for him. I just want to establish that link
Yeah,
to the
communication
machine.
line.
And it just seems like machinist is the ability that should be doing that.
Mr. Sue.
Does that make sense?
That makes sense, yeah.
Okay.
Could I mix a little bit of some nitroglycerin with some phosphorus?
Ooh, like a
And,
fire bomb?
Sort of make like a little homemade flashbang.
Ooh, okay, I can see that. I might even have to make you roll for that. You probably just get it, because it's not really. That's not. I mean, that doesn't sound too tricky to me. Not an explosive expert that I am.
I have no idea if that works. I just sort of
Yeah, I
said
mean,
because know.
it makes sense. There's no magic involved, so and you're a good enough engineer to put that together.
Okay.
So you can bring that along. So you can write down this kind of makeshift flashbang. All right, so we'll cut ahead to the outside of the mansion. Oh, you want to work out something real quick?
It's good that we're outside the mansion. I'm going to use my obsidian mirror real quick, just to scout out the mansion and make sure we know exactly where we're going.
Ooh, okay.
So I'm wielding the arcane, unleashing an attack on the mansion, but not really.
By the way, I finally figured out what the other thing from Let It Out should be. From like way back. It should be a +1 going forward on Mislead, Distract, or Trick.
Okay.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Because
So
that's logical.
Yeah. All right, so we'll have that come in a second. How'd you do with the attack roll?
Wield the arcane. When you unleash it by invoking an arcane item or relic, you may choose to treat your roll as a 10+ without rolling. The item is permanently and obviously damaged or consumed by this process. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take the mansion's secrets from it. Look at
Ooh.
it through the obsidian mirror.
Oh, that's really cool. This advanced scrying does destroy the mirror, but you do see that it's a pretty straightforward Tudor-style mansion. It's built like a fortress, big high gates around it. There's sort of like one level of guards, these like uniformed hammersmith detectives, including some humans and a few of those hammers. Inside there's a big like parlor area, a library, just kind of the next chamber, and then a spiral staircase in the corner of this library leads to the underground chamber. Field, not presently in the above ground mansion. You can sense he's down below with something of great magical power.
All right.
I think that's
correct.
Also, Sir Clancy Claggett is going to be he's in the library area at the moment. He's kind of, moving back and forth from there to the underground chamber, dealing with the boss. And who is coming out the gate to meet you, is Tad Howler.
So all three of our favorite people congregated in one place.
By the way, I do think I've got the appropriate lie to tell, which is that I know the location where the miners and the people of the holler ran off to.
Mm-hmm.
As that, I'm sure it's gotten back by now that the bombing did not go so well.
Yep.
Does that seem like an adequate lie?
Sounds good to me. And I've captured 2 of the people responsible for the unsuccessful attack.
Mm-hmm.
2 Bolsheviks trying to. Were you in? Was Montoya in Russia during the arc?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, good. People. So yeah, okay, so that's not a lie then.
With no Bolshevik connection.
I
Yes,
fought
man
in
with
the war.
man with a known Bolshevik. I can't pronounce the word
Bullshit.
Bolshevik.
I should note that she actually is speaking in Charles Ladley's voice because one of the things she took out was his larynx.
Oh my god!
Awesome.
Okay, awesome. We will suspend disbelief.
So, you four, and I'm sure the ghost hovering
Well,
close
I know
behind.
my voice is higher than Michael's.
I know it.
No, I get it.
I'm trying my best to imitate his
It's a
imitation.
great imitation.
It's very good. You all approach that gate. Tad Howler, who is now once again his fancy big city slicker suit, motions the guards to kind of stand down as he heads over and greets you. And he's like, DeLuca?
Actually, it's
Or-
Roman Berryessa, special agent for the Bureau of Investigation.
Oh. Yeah, I had a feeling. And then, Lively, I remember you.
Yes, sir. I'm here with some information, and also we got some prisoners from the people that fouled up that whole bombing run.
He's like, oh, boss will want to see that for certain.
Good.
Someone's going to have to roll a mislead to really pull this off.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do
I'll,
that.
yeah, I'll do the assistant needed.
Cool. And that's this. I'm gonna, be doing the +1 because I'm wearing his face. Let's see. So that is a +1 and a +1, so that gets me up to 10.
Nice.
Okay, he buys it.
I should have wrote a best laid plans.
Oh,
So-
you can do that. I'll say you can do that now if you want to.
So
see if
we
they
will
come in handy.
avoid further entanglement on the idea of, that's
Yeah.
one of the things I'll do. Oh my god, you picked 3? I thought it was only 2. I'll create an opportunity, which is that we are going to get in there.
Get the jump on them all. Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess I can expose a weakness or flaw or confuse them for some time. I don't know. I guess just the confusing for some time would be that they're going to just keep buying this.
Yeah.
The 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should have those points could come in handy later.
Yeah.
All right. So, Howler's
Is it a
like,
fail?
well, all right. I'll bring you all in.
Yeah, I mean, you know how much I like getting information.
He's like, yeah, me too. You can tell he's not up to his usual bushy-tailed self.
What's
He's
wrong,
always missing
Ted?
it now.
The fact that your mother is dead.
Why you gotta bring? Look, I didn't know that was gonna happen.
Probably your brother too.
Your entire family, Ted.
I don't know. Bo done. He
You
transformed.
want me to
ran
slap
off into
this
the
guy
woods.
for you, Mr. Howler?
No, he saved my life. In fact, I want to just tell him this, and he's like, "Look, Mr. Regantre, I really respect you. You might be walking over there to your deaths, so I just want to say, no hard feelings."
No hard feelings indeed, Ted. Just remember, I saved your life once.
Ooh.
I'm going to call in the death on him.
Yeah.
Yes.
So many damn sheets.
Yeah, you got a lot there. Calling in the dead, or cashing a debt. You can do you a favor, or sorry.
Lend a hand to your make it easy.
Small item.
Yeah,
lend a
NPC's the
hand.
last
Introduce
away.
you to a powerful member of their faction.
Give you a worthy and useful gift without cost.
Right.
Your
Or
life.
do a persuade.
Okay.
Plus 3 to a persuade.
Plus 3 to persuade. That works well. Get him to help us out.
Nice.
3, 9, plus 4, that's a 13.
Excellent.
Oh man, you're really getting to him.
Poor Tad.
I know.
You
Poor
put him in
Tad.
the
He's
ringer.
kind of he's becoming interesting a figure. He's like, you can tell his ears are like kind of drooping down, and he's like, "You saw what she did to me. Look, maybe when the time comes, I'll put in a good word with you for Mr. Field. I'll help you out."
All right, Ted. We'll hold you to it. Let's
he-
march to our deaths.
Yeah.
So this,
Get on there.
I feel like this is the first time I've ever met E.C. Fields. Like,
Well, you haven't met him just yet, because when you go into the library,
fair enough.
who is waiting for you there is someone who you haven't met before, which is Sir Clancy Claggett.
So are there guards like leading like once we're inside a building, are there guards inside?
They mostly stay outside.
Okay.
The
So,
library is empty apart from Claggett.
so as soon as we walk in the door, unlock and lock.
Oh, we're not going to wait until we get to Fields?
I mean we can. I mean
I would say you guys discussed this earlier, so it's kind of up to you.
yeah,
I
would
would've
we
said
have
we-
gotten all
but
the way
you are just
past
with Claggett
Claggett
in the
who
library.
recognizes several of us?
Does Claggett Oh, yes, Claggett.
But then I'm also undercover agents, so I could pull it off.
Yeah. And he shouldn't recognize
He wouldn't
me.
recognize you, but you recognize maybe one of these two. So
I
which might be good.
would think that we would have talked beforehand that the goal is to get to Fields.
Okay, get the
not
Fields,
to,
get the
like,
Fields, get it.
attack Claggett and Fields runs away.
okay, good to know. Got it.
So
Keep
Yep.
up the disguise.
Best laid plans.
So while we're heading over, could I investigate a place of power since I'm not seen?
Yeah, that'd be a good thing to do.
Our
Do
man
that
on
for
the inside.
Field Manor, yeah.
We'll see. We'll see
Oh,
how this goes.
Stately Field Manor.
Nope. 4.
Okay.
Minus 2 to power.
You can still mark power, but don't quite know what's going on here. So,
Could I also investigate a place of power, or do you feel like that's pushing?
we can do like one more person can do it, yeah. So go ahead and do it real
Minus 2,
quick.
so I'm not going to do it.
I have a minus
we have
to it as
minus
well.
Oh, we all have minus
Oh,
2.
I know, power's the bad
Wow.
guys in this one.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
This is a thing that she always does, is like unleashes a couple of bugs.
Yeah, I'd say go ahead. It's very much in tune with you.
Well, if I didn't have a minus 3,
Can I assist and then give the +1 from my best laid plans?
well, let's see, that was an 8 minus 3, so that's 5. Yeah, I mean, you can bump it up to 7.
Can I try that?
Is that you really want to use your points for that?
If
I have
you-
2 of them. I mean,
Okay.
Is this what you want to use the points
It is
for?
your decision, so...
We could use the information though. We're kind of running
Okay,
blind.
yeah, that makes sense.
Wild, correct?
I am wild, yeah.
Didn't we
never
scout
mind.
beforehand, though?
Yeah, we have some information. We don't have a whole lot.
And this will reveal something new
So that's
about you.
that's a 11. So that's +1 to that, and I'm gonna spend on my whole to give you another +1.
Okay.
So that gets me up to 7.
Vermin Rose, what you
Yeah.
discover is that the heart of the mountain is indeed in the underground chamber. And you also realize that there's something of a timetable here. Field is sucking up the energy found in this artifact.
Okay.
So the more time you spend, you don't stop him, the more powerful he'll get.
Okay, so
Good information to have.
you guys both get, all three of you get spider whispers. They're not pleasant. I mean,
That's why I made the shutter,
because
because
a spider crawling into your ear.
Whisper.
Right.
Okay, Babblefish.
Obviously you don't because you're a ghost, so there's no way of doing it. But it does communicate to Mr. Steele as well.
Okay.
So this message goes out to all of you about E.C. Fields is absorbing energy very quickly. We have to stop him as soon as possible. We have to get through this conversation as fast as we can.
Let's go.
So in the library, there is Clancy Claggett wearing his like pinstriped celluloid collar suit and like the bowler hat and everything, just kind of hanging out there in this armchair. And behind him, set up on shelves, kind of a display case, is several of those magical gems that Dobbs Incorporated has taken from the earth. The secrets of immortality, or I mean, all kinds of great magical powers, because they're connected from these ley lines, are waiting there in neat rows, just waiting to be taken if you guys had the time. So, Claggett's giving like a big toothy smile, and he's like, "Oh yes, my little doggy has brought us some treats, it seems. Lively! Come here, man. What new information do you have?"
Well, sir, the bomb run failed, but I do know where the miners and those rotten people of the holler are all hanging out.
Ah, splendid.
But I figure the big boss man probably would want to know about that.
Big boss man, eh? And you don't think I am bigger than you?
Oh, you're bigger than me, but E.C. Fields is bigger than both of us, and I wouldn't want to be the one to tell him that he wasn't told the information straight from the horse's mouth, if you know what I mean.
Rather bold, sir. He's gonna need a persuade.
Okay.
Cause I mean, there's nothing a toady likes more than bullying those
Yeah.
below. I'm trying to find a fun way to say it. Bullies love bullying.
Bullies love to bully.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. That's on heart, which is awful for her. Oh well, la-di-da-di-do. Hey! So that's an 8.
Okay.
So I guess they'll modify the terms or demand a debt. I'll be ever so indebted to you if you just let us talk to, great and powerful Lord Claggett.
Alright, he says, well, I suppose it could be arranged. However, the boss man, as you put it, is rather preoccupied at the moment. I don't think he'd want this entire menagerie bursting in on him. So maybe just you and me will go down. But,
is he paying attention to the crystals at this moment?
I would say his attention is pretty devoted to her with the conversation.
Could I manifest to be touched and heard, since I have to choose two, and take said one and pocket it?
Like putting like a ghost pocket so it's kind of hidden?
I mean, I had pockets when I was alive.
Okay. I don't think I want you to roll. You can do it, but it will require a roll.
Sorry.
Let's maybe let it out.
Yeah.
I think would make the most sense.
Wow!
How'd we do?
13.
Yeah, that rock, it just disappears. He has no idea it's there, unless you want him to.
Nope.
Alright, he does not know that a magical stone has been totally taken from behind his back. Berryessa.
Sorry, Lord Claggett, correct?
Sir Clancy.
Sir Clancy Claggett.
You can go ahead and call me Lord if you'd like.
You'll be a lord any day, sir.
Oh, thank you.
You're so smart and good at everything you do, and handsome.
Well, Lively, I must say, your attitude has improved considerably since I last met you.
I've been learning from you how to do things properly.
Oh, stop.
So, Special Agent Roman Berryessa, Bureau Investigation. I'm here bringing these two individuals here for questioning for E.C. Fields. One of them seems to be an agitator of the Union. Some may have once worked for your company, and the other is a treasure hunter of sorts who probably was trying to use the distractions to steal. So I'm bringing him here so hopefully E.C. Fields can do with them as they need, and I would like to speak to him directly, personally.
He's like, didn't I run into
yes,
you
you
in
did.
New York? And
I was undercover.
Some of these fellows Gontray, of course I know you.
I tried to kill you after you tried to kill me.
Well,
so I'd say we're
I was working undercover.
yes,
under
no, I
orders.
think perhaps you will die, so it will all work out in the end. And you were working undercover?
I was working undercover.
Oh,
I was trying
interesting.
to ascertain whether there was a Bolshevik influence on the Union, which it happens to be one, as I point to Montolio.
me.
Montolio and a... Wow,
He was in Russia during the Great War.
Mm-hmm.
Very close to, what was the magician's name?
Rasputin.
Rasputin, that one.
Oh,
God
yes.
rest his soul. Never
Yeah.
could find
No,
the
I
second
never
head.
had the pleasure. I was in New Orleans at the time, rather enjoying myself, I should say.
Excellent.
Anyway, you wish to speak with Mr. Field as well?
I'd like to bring them to him and explain the situation of why I'm here. I'm sure it's something more than just a casual business, and I apologize for interrupting his very important business that he is dealing with. I just wanted to bring these to him so he may deal with them as need be.
Okay. I think also a persuade will make him do it.
It's an 8.
Okay. I think he'll be like, this time he's like, very well, I suppose, since we have a special agent, a federal agent with us, you can all go down and bother Mr. Field, but I will require you to leave your weaponry here. Is that acceptable? You know, the boss,
Sure.
a little paranoid.
Yeah, it's fine with me. I'm going to set them aside and hope for something to happen.
1 hour later. Okay, and then there's the boot gun.
No,
Yeah.
it's I only pull out the rifle and the submachine gun. I put them on the table, kind of opposite of the side of the room where the crystals are. So he's still looking away from all that situation.
Right. Okay. All right.
Well, if we're going to die, let's hurry it up already. I don't have all day, as he moves in front of everyone. Using cowardly. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, roll. What are you trying to do here?
I'm escaping the situation to go downstairs to Mr. Fields.
I would
mean,
like
that seems
to.
like- okay.
I would like to interfere with that roll.
Yeah, it seems like you're going to the more dangerous place. I don't know if
Also,
cowardly really works for
Can I
that.
also interfere with this?
Well, only one person can. but sure.
Your what's your faction right now?
It is mortality.
Cool. Well, I don't. Can somebody assist me in interfering?
I think that's a little too much. Let's have you roll cowardly and see what happens.
Alright, so
Oh,
with
get to
mind...
mortality.
So,
I mean,
let's
all this
see,
means is you go down there first.
13.
Wow. I mean, I don't think even interfere would have helped it.
I am marking corruption.
Okay. You charge down those stairs.
In the bag, mark corruption after successfully escaping the situation to reveal you pilfered an arcane object from the previous scene.
Oh.
I don't think a gun would count as an arcane object, would it?
Oh, mine are absolutely magical as hell.
Alright, which one would you want?
Either, to be honest.
Oh, I see.
Whichever one you grab.
I'm taking the
The
submachine.
submachine is probably the easiest to hide in a long rifle.
Yeah.
I mean, you can just hide under your fancy
So
frock
just
coat.
charge in front of everyone, marching to my death as I
Swooping
pocket
up that
that
gun
machine.
before they notice. All
I'm
right.
making a great sacrifice for you.
I
want
appreciate
you to
this.
use gems.
Yeah, I was like, when you said that, I was like, oh, he's gonna take a gem. But he took the gun.
He took the
instead.
gun.
Oh man, I
Yeah,
love
that's-
these hidden depths to Egontre.
That submachine gun is blessed as hell.
He is definitely a rogue
So-
with a heart of gold.
That's
So,
the bigger prizes downstairs.
Yeah.
all right. Speaking of downstairs, so you race down, but everyone else is like real close behind. In fact, Claggett is like racing everybody down, and in there you see it is pretty much a stone cavern. It's very looks just like a mine shaft. It's pretty simple. He isn't even like paved or furnished everything, just dark dirt, earth. Those like wooden posts holding up everything. A few bulbs and some lighting set in. And there at the center on this pedestal is the heart of the mountain. This great coal black stone, maybe like the size of maybe like 2 or 3 footballs all taped together. So pretty substantial, but big enough to be held in like maybe two hands. And it is like kind of oozing out this dark kind of blood substance. and E.C. Field. This is the first time you've seen him in the flesh. And he looks rather pathetic. He is totally naked, scrawny, ancient, covered in wrinkles, and he is just like kind of cupping his hands as the liquid comes down and like putting it to his face and drinking and licking it and kind of rubbing it over his disgusting wrinkled ancient skin.
Cool.
And yeah, you can tell there is like this stone is magical and he is like draining and eating that magic. And if you don't believe me that people would do this weird thing, I want to point out that John Hickenlooper, currently running for president for the Democrat, like drank fracking water in a ritual-like manner.
What the fuck?
I know. I sent you the article about it.
Why did he do that?
He's a big like coal booster.
Cool.
And he's like, I just love fracking. We drank fracking water, and he said like, yeah, it was in a ritual-like manner. So like, love that we got
ritual-like manner.
I know his words. Love that we got Democratic candidates just doing like these dark rituals.
He is literally
fracking.
a character from Call of Cthulhu who is literally draining the earth of its energy so it can survive the coming
to
apocalypse.
be fair,
Yes,
I don't
absolutely.
think
Let's be
he's
honest.
exactly the leader in the polling here.
Thank
No.
God. But anyway, yeah, people like everything's messed up. It's horrible. But so this guy was a sort of I took some inspiration from that.
Cool. I am.
Awesome.
Unless somebody else is gonna do a thing, I'm gonna do a thing.
Emily?
I'm gonna see what you're doing first.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I'm doing something.
And I just did something so bad.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, please.
So
More power to you.
we're in the room now.
Yes.
Yeah, I would say you're all come down. He is first, but you're like close behind, I'm sure.
Do you want to go first? Because you couldn't do a thing.
Oh, since I'm right down
We'll
there.
say I'm
Yeah.
readying my rifle.
I'm going
Yeah,
to
kind of
appraise
specials.
the heart, if that's alright.
What?
Appraisal. When I appraise an arcane object, roll with mine. Yes, I think that can do that. But let's see, 10.
Ooh.
So
okay.
I get to ask 2. What secrets or powers does the heart contain?
I would say it can lead to like control over the earth and like summoning sort of earth elementals and causing earth-based powers. Also, it lends a kind of invincibility there. So something special might be needed to really hurt E.C. Field at this point of his messed up immortal existence.
And who knows more about this object or its powers?
Might.
I mean, Mr. Sue might have a connection with it because he's kind of buddy-buddy with the earth spirits.
Mr. Sue.
But also,
Yeah, I've been trying to go after this the whole time.
Claggett has been around this and Mr. Field for a pretty long time now, so he's probably aware of Mr. Field's weaknesses.
Oh. Alright, so we get Claggett to talk about how we can kill Fields. Alright.
Good luck.
Pain of death, which our friend here, the zombie lady, might be, like
I
alive.
got a thing planned.
Yeah,
What's your thing?
do the thing.
I'll do the thing. So something that I'm wondering. Okay, so is this like a thing that he's holding in his hand, or is this like a big?
Yeah, it's kind of like set up on like a weird brass tripod altar sort of thing.
Okay.
He's kind of cupping his hands below it to capture the runoff.
So I'm doing a hideous visage. What I do is I take the face that I've neatly folded up in my pocket, toss it to like where the stone is, so that it sticks on there with like the face open towards him.
Whoa.
Oh.
And my persuasion is, stop drinking from me.
Whoa, the Earth's
I
revenge.
don't think you've been waiting to throw this one out.
Oh man, thanks Mother Nature. Let's see what happens.
Okay, so that is my persuade when NPC is with spirit.
Nice.
That is a 10.
Okay.
So they're gonna do what I ask.
He definitely does. Like, he might not, I mean, he's a pretty bad guy.
Yes.
So he's not going to stop. I mean, if the Earth begs for mercy, he's not going to be like, okay.
It was more like an anger thing.
But yeah, definitely he's like, the Earth angrily attacks him.
Yeah.
But it definitely gives him pause.
I'm
like
letting
he totally,
the goo drip through the mouth and all that.
yeah, he like steps back and kind of stumbles away from the stone.
The creepiest ventriloquism act ever.
Great.
Yeah, he like
Just
falls over
staring
and
in abject
stumbles.
horror, like, what am I seeing?
And then he starts spinning around, notices you guys.
Hey, boss, this seems pretty weird.
He's just like, why you want to go and bother me at this moment? And now the Earth's talking to me? It ain't right. Go away and leave me
There's a
to
lot of
this."
things that here are not right.
Well, sir, maybe the Earth is mad right now because the bombing didn't work out, but I got information about that.
Oh, the Earth is mad.
Yeah, all the Earth is mad.
He's like, Earth can feel whatever way it wants to feel. I'm taking what I want from it. That's how things are. Now, what do you got to say? And who are these strangers with you? Claggett, explain yourself. And Claggett is like trying to stammer out a quick explanation. Mr. Sue, is there anything you're planning? You kind of biding your time?
Yeah, I'm
Are we
just
popping
gonna,
off?
pretty much gonna bust out.
Okay.
Yeah, we're popping off, okay!
I was gonna say I might be calling in the ship at this point. Just
Yep. We're about to have our aerial bombardment.
Yeah, I sort of have like you say you want to take
So I was gonna stab
Take-
Clag with a
take-
knife.
and build up, but what you don't realize is the Earth is going to be here way longer after you. Is going to take you back. That's all it's going to do.
At least another
And
150
I'd like
years.
to drink my Albert Brand moonshine.
Oh!
As he's doing that, I'm actually going to fire at his leg with
Ooh.
my rifle.
And I'm going to attempt to just draw my knife out and just bury it into Claggett's clavicle.
Whoa! All right. Let's have you roll the moonshine. Do we have the moonshine paper here? We got
oh
enough.
man, I've got to say that with all this violence happening, I am going to. I feel like I'm gonna have to roll a keep your cool to not like break character.
And just attack. Yeah.
If
Okay.
that's cool.
Well, let's see what happens here. How does the
Yeah.
Howler brand go?
Made it at 10.
Whoa!
Excellent!
Yep. 'Cause it's,
All right.
It's on spirit, right? So
Yeah.
I handle it just fine.
So you drink it, you werewolf out, and what happens?
So I'd like to do my best to show him what you do or what happens when you try to take from the heart of the earth or the heart of the mountain, and see if I can get him to bleed it all back out.
Whoa!
You gotta give it back. Yeah, so
I completely missed.
I get.
So.
You did.
Let's see. It says Wildcat or Jaws. I turn to deal out 3 harm per blow before my active extreme agility or strength. So. I guess it's an automatic deal 3 harm.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
I don't have to roll.
No, you already. Yeah, you rolled to use it.
All right,
No, no.
then I'm doing that.
I guess I'm stabbing Claggett.
All right, let's have our the ghost
I
roll
miss.
his. Oh,
Oh,
you
yes.
missed. Ooh,
Dang.
the rifle shot fires, goes wide. Claggett stabbing. How'd it go?
Ghost
Also
bullets.
Oh
I
no!
rolled a 3.
All right.
Plus 2, 5. So.
Oof! The rifle goes.
To be fair, I haven't shot this rifle since I died.
I didn't even know that he was in there, so just like, oh, jeez. So I just
Yeah.
have a knife out currently.
It just misses. Claggett like swoops out of the. Claggett just like sees you coming and like uses some of those vampire reflexes to dodge out of the way. So now, Egantre, 1 second.
Yep.
Some bad things are going to happen.
Of course
Oh,
they are.
bad things.
Yeah. Mr. Sue, I want you to roll to keep your cool.
Fair enough. I think I keep it.
He kept the skull.
That's a 13.
He kept his cool.
Whoa,
the
nice.
coolest
All right,
motherfucker.
you only get a faint harm,
All right, that seems fair.
which just bruises as like field emanates with power. This like glowing energy coming off his weird, pale, gross body,
Oh yeah, I know he's not weak at the moment. Yeah.
and it like knocks you back. So you're not. He doesn't like really do that much damage, but the impact of you like banging against the stone wall leads to some bruises. So you got the faint harm there. Unless you have the shield still.
I didn't channel first.
Ah.
I went.
You went right to it. Okay, well it hurt him.
So we don't have the shield.
Yes.
No, that was gone from the last.
Like,
Yeah, because we moved to locations.
Yeah. Also, let's you really keep your cool as Claggett he swings back with a claw, trying to get you.
That I roll really well on 12.
Nice.
Okay, you also get... you're really the faint harm.
Yeah. His splinters.
Okay,
Or pieces of wood sticking out of me.
yeah, maybe like one more level of faint harm.
So I'm in a Grievous then?
Yeah, I'm gonna say so. Like,
Yep.
you can just write like deep scratches. He like just kind of gouges into your knife arm. In fact, I would say if you rolled less than that, you would have dropped that knife. But because you kept your cool, you still have that blade firmly in hand. Field is just like, the earth is mine, is like roaring out. The whole room shaking. It's little intense, and Claggett is just like freaking out and trying to take you all out with his vampire power as fast as he can. Howler is a little bit further up on the stairs, too scared to do much of anything. Egantre, what are you planning to do?
Am I next to Claggett by any chance?
I mean, yeah, you're like the first ones in the room, so you can kind of position yourself how you want to be.
Okay, so I still have 2 hold, since I just used it from teleport. So, I'm going to memory wipe Clancy with 1 hold. Just erase the total hour. And then I'm going to spend my last hold and 1 corruption to mold his memory of the last hour. We met at the gates, we just reconciled and everything. You tried to kill me, I tried to kill you. It's all under the bridge. We're friends now. Everything kind of went as it did. I was out of my handcuffs. We were just talking up and everything. And at this moment, he forgot that he was attacking or anything. We were just in the midst of a pleasant conversation about Mr. Field's weaknesses. I love this spell.
Yeah, it's like this mind control. Change.
It's so good for your character.
Now, is that something you just do, or is that something you have to roll?
It's something the wizard just does.
You get the channels, you have to roll, and then you can
Yeah.
spend them.
Yeah, I had 2 hold left over, spend an additional hold, and mark corruption to put alternate memories in their place.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll have to take it, I know.
now he thinks you're like your best buds. He's remembering all the good times you just shared.
You tried to kill me, I tried to kill you. It was great.
He's just like kind of confused, and he starts kind of like slipping back up the stairs, trying to sort of make sense of everything. And also, he's trying to actually, Egantre, he's gonna try and pull you safely.
Oh, wait.
Egantre, my best mate, this way, please get out of here.
Just let us know how we kill him.
At least let them know how to kill him. We were in this together, you know. I can persuade, if you want.
He might need... Let's see. You can... Okay.
I'm also trying to trick him. So.
He's gonna be like, you must promise me that whatever happens, I will live to see another day.
Of course, buddy. You can trust me.
Okay, are you lying to him there?
Oh, yes.
Alright. It's gonna be deception then.
Okay.
I mean, it's kind of one of those things about him, like, is he talking? Then he's probably lying.
Yeah.
It's Montolier, because I was about to lie, except the truth.
Coincidentally, I do have a debt on him.
The only thing I lied about was being a thief.
So, introduce you to the power to give you a worthy and useful item.
I don't steal, they just give it to me because I watched their memory.
Yeah.
That's
Replace
my
the memory
method.
of them giving it to me. And...
Instead of the
It would be the
deception,
ultimate
I'm
thief
just
then.
going to call in a debt on him. Because I do have 1 debt.
Oh, okay.
So, give you a worthy and useful gift without cost. The weakness of EC Fields.
Okay.
And that's my last debt on him. I know I used 1 before.
Alright. He reaches into his coat and he's like, I was saving this for the right moment. And there is a little serpent with sort of glowing scales kind of wrapped around his hand. And he's like, a bite from this little creature should do the trick. The preacher fellow, the snake handler, showed it to me.
No,
I
this
didn't
is
interact
useful.
with them much. You should have.
And who do
I
we
took control of the snakes.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
And who do we know that loves snakes? Vermin Rose. You want a snake?
I don't know who Vermin Rose is.
Yeah, we'll go to Vermin Rose. Hey,
I'll take the snake anyway.
The creature.
I like snakes.
I mean, Charles Everett Lively, normal informer man, normal guy.
Totally not undead person.
Yeah, what is that character doing?
Well, now he's like just straight up addressed me as the Vermin Rose.
Well, I mean, maybe you can
the
trade.
gist is kind of out of it.
Bull.
Well, did he or did he?
No, I mean, the Vermin Rose would love this, but she's not here right
I would
now.
say we'll kind of cut to. We'll cut from like right when he gives you the snake. So you have the snake in your hand. Now we'll see what is Vermin Rose doing.
Okay. So, at this point, he's shaking the room and seeming very powerful. I want to ask a question about instincts with the vessel. Because one of my instincts is to serve the powerful. So do I need to really keep it your cool to not have the instinct to serve him?
You might have the. I don't know. I mean, you're like such a big enemy with this guy. I don't know if like. If you do have that instinct, you would probably turn against it.
Well, I can turn against it by rolling to keep your cool.
Okay, yeah, let's try that. Let's see what happens there. He is very powerful.
Okay, I do effectively do it, which gives me a redemption point.
Hey, look at that.
Hey.
So, okay. So the stone is like inside of a thing. Is it like held in by something?
Just kind of up there. It's like on this sort of altar, so you can like grab it.
Cool. So when all the violence breaks out, my feint is like, oh no! But I do it in such a way as to like move towards the altar. And then I just kind of summon my face to myself.
Woo.
Right. Which takes the stone with it.
It's like Captain America's shield.
Yeah. So I guess that would be a let it out, probably.
Yeah, it's like we kind of. Yeah, take definite hold of something.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a 15.
All right. I mean, just roll 15s every time. Sure,
Yeah.
great idea. It
You guys
works.
can see it. It's on the
Yeah,
table.
no,
No, that's
ridiculous.
amazing. Yeah.
So I believe that I will take definite hold of this stone because now it is literally inside of her.
Oh, you put it like in your own. Okay.
Yeah, it went like foop down the rat hole, as it were.
All right. I want you to keep your cool to see if you can like keep yourself together.
Woo! I might explode gas. Yeah.
Or at least be like totally stunned.
Yeah. No, this is also a spirit, isn't it?
Yes.
Let's see. That is an 8.
Okay. I'm gonna give you a faint harm.
Okay.
Unless you. No, you didn't get faint harm before, did you?
I did get a faint harm before,
Oh,
so
okay.
up to 1 grievous.
Yeah, Mr. Grievous, which is just like pulsating with earthly energies.
Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's not meant to be like in human hands.
Cool.
So
Yeah, so now she's got her own face back on. Like, I mean, basically she put her own face on over the other face, which is now used up because all the things inside of her are eating it.
these glowing lights are kind of
Yeah.
Live like your sinuses.
yeah, and also just like your pores and all the other kind of holes your
Yeah.
body might have acquired.
And
the
it's
light's
also-
kind of oozing out from all of them.
All of this, like, oozing light is attracting all these moths into her.
Ooh.
So this is how she's feeding to regain, like, the 2 hit points. But she's obviously this inhuman monster. Like, that's pretty clear now that, like, moths are flying into her face while the light's pouring out of her. And
Okay.
it's pretty gross, guys.
I would say before Mr. Sue goes, Claggett realizes who you are.
Yeah.
He's like, you got straight? I have to go. And he starts running back into the library trying to escape. And you can tell he's like starting to transform into a bat to get as much distance as he can between the zombie who wants revenge and himself.
Yeah, right now, though, he's really not my focus, I don't think.
Okay.
He
What is
went
Mr.
that
Sue
way.
doing?
I'm telling her she's handling something that she shouldn't. I hope you don't end up worse for it. That's gotta go back. And I'm gonna channel.
Sweet.
Nice.
All right.
It's a
Get a lot of
very good
energy.
Yeah, I got
don't know
11.
what you're doing.
I'm gonna shield myself now because I just got bashed up against the wall.
Oh, all right.
Because I was against the wall. That's why I was able to probably see what's going on.
Yeah, shield could be
Um,
useful here.
So I'll shield the group, or yeah, if that's possible. So I'll spend 2.
You probably get Entree and Berryessa.
You have no idea how to hurt this guy, right?
We do, the snake.
The snake, but I don't know that.
Yeah,
I'm
only
really
Entree
different.
knows that so far.
Yeah. So I'm just going to try to do my best to.
Combining the snake and the stone, I'm sure is going to go great.
Let's see. Ooh, I will do a
Combine
little
snake with
elementalism if I
stone.
can, and see if I can use some cold to possibly keep him in place.
Ooh,
Sort of
okay.
chill
It
him out
might
a
be
little bit.
great. It might be exactly what you need.
It's true.
The interaction of the snake and the stone.
I thought you
7.
said to bite him.
Okay.
Once you button.
That is.
It's the best I can do.
I kind of feel like
I
it's
got
like
negative
it's
on
like a mislead, distract, or trick roll.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, because you're not really trying to hurt him. You're trying to.
I'm trying to like chill him out, keep him in
Yeah,
place.
I would say confuse
I
or
don't know
expose
how-
a weakness.
Right, I don't know
Yeah,
how to hurt him. So that's a 9.
with
actually.
mind. Okay,
Yeah.
so
So what are you
pick 2.
trying to do?
Just chill him out. I'll use elementalism to sort of freeze him in place a little bit. I don't know how to hurt him.
If you were anything besides power, I'd offer to help.
No worries. A 9. I'll take whatever
Literally
comes
all
with
of
it.
us.
So you could like create an opportunity.
Great opportunity. Sounds good.
I could give you
we
one
can-
extra point to that to get a 10 if you really want it.
I get to pick 2, so
Oh,
it's not bad.
okay.
And that way you can use your hold for your turn.
For whatever I need it for.
I'd like to confuse him for some time then. So maybe some ice in the eyes or something like that instead of
Yeah.
like holding him in place. And then if I can do that, maybe from that I'd like to create the next opportunity because I can't say expose a weakness or flaw. He has that.
Kind of did, but yeah, now he's like you like.
Create the opportunity.
So you're thinking you're shooting ice like into his eyes and his hands, kind of freezing him before he can stand back up to start doing some more damage.
Enough to hold him at bay for another turn or another couple of seconds, whatever.
Definitely,
Whatever
you
helps.
bought your guys some time. Stratton, what are you doing?
No idea anymore.
It's not really her intention to keep the stone, by the way. It's just to get it away from this dude.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, I think I'm. The only thing that I can think of that you would do to just try and do as much damage as possible to him.
Her instincts.
See if.
I'm just trying to.
That's,
You can reroll that one. Yeah.
that's cocked.
Yeah, that was definitely cocked.
Literally on the point of your pencil.
Yeah.
You put it in.
That's a 10, actually.
Nice for unleash an attack.
Yeah.
All right. Are you going with taking a lot of harm or taking something from him?
I think I'm going to take away his ability to stand by shooting out his kneecap.
Oh, brutal.
Perfect.
So he gets like ice in the eye, ice shot to his limbs, and then blam, spectral rifle right to the kneecap, dropping him down to his knees. What is Berryessa doing?
So I'm using my last hold to ensure that I have the exact equipment that I need. And for the situation are the BUP special handcuffs that are magically reinforced to be resistant to super strength, which many inhuman creatures have.
Makes sense.
Do you also want your gun?
In a second, and I'm going to take them out, and I'm going to just rush over and wrench his arms behind him and cuff them together, so to keep on reducing his mobility.
All right, give me a let it out. 'Cause you're kind of taking definite hold of his mobility.
Hopefully, it's going to be a leash and attack.
Yeah, that's fine because you're taking his mobility.
Yeah.
Makes sense to me.
That's good.
That's a 14 for the leash and attack.
Whoa.
So yeah,
Okay.
I'm going to just take something from him, continue taking his mobility, so he's down and he can't see it. His arms are locked behind his back.
All right, so he is snarling. He's pinned back, making these like guttural noises. Another wave of energy is going to come from him. I want everybody to roll to keep your cool.
Everyone.
Yeah, you're all hit by this.
Yes. 11.
Okay.
13.
6.
10.
Okay, you got a 6? All right. You take your past feign harm. You're on grievous harm.
You
Just
know
the
what?
impact. Oh,
I'm going to take a scar from this.
What do you
I'm
think it is?
shattered
ugh.
from here. My blood already sucks. So I'll go
So
to...
make it extra suck.
Yeah.
That really
So is this
sucks.
like, does it like physically like cripple you or like?
Worse than my heart.
It makes the long years that Egantri has lived finally catch up with him in a way. If he doesn't do something today, he'll probably be dead before midnight.
Interesting. That makes sense. So it's kind of like getting blasted by this makes him take stock of his life and realize, yeah, what it's led to.
This has got to end.
Mortality's a bitch.
Mortality is
bitch.
a... Oh, I know.
But everybody else is okay.
I rolled an 11. Oh, no, sorry,
Okay.
13.
10.
All right, I'm gonna say thanks to the shield. Otherwise, he might be on some more grievous harm.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, the shield is able to keep you guys intact. Okay.
Thanks for that. That would have put me at 2 grievous and not in a good spot.
Ugh. So
It's fun to be there.
his energy is extended. Now he's kind of like stunned. Egantri, what do you do?
Alright, we gotta finish this now. I'm going to wield the arcane by wielding the snake.
Ride the snake.
I'm gonna unleash an attack on Mr. Fields.
Ooh.
I just had the snake bite him. I don't know what exactly would be removing. His immortality, his life.
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, so
His
go for it,
invincibility.
little buddy.
Alright. That little snake gets him like where do you think the fangs strike him?
In the neck, probably.
Yeah, just puncture him. The enchanted venom leaks in, and this is able to stop the earth energy flowing into him. He just collapses. All the years catch up with him at once, and he just like turns to skin and bones before your eyes. He's like just kind of reaching up as he is decaying, and the earth sort of swallows him. And this this dusty form vanishes into the stone and dirt.
Do you mind if I do one last thing?
Okay.
Cowardly.
Run away.
Well, I'm just going to leave
Wow.
without telling anyone.
Oh, okay.
Alright. 4 plus 3 plus 3, that's a 10.
All right. So,
yes.
just after putting down the killing blow,
I'm
you just turn and run right up there.
Saunter out as fast as I can. And I do leave the gun.
I was about to say, I was hoping you were going to take it. I hope you were going to take it, honestly.
Wow, a very
And
Before-
spend
before you
one
go.
last corruption
Exactly, just like, ooh, Matolio.
to use in the bag. I'm going to gather up those stones and see if they actually help me.
Ooh, from the library. Okay, maybe you
Yes.
managed to grab a few of them. Could get some immortality from that, perhaps, or that's what you were
Little
thinking.
does
Or
Matolio realize is that A, I had a stone, and B, I probably would have given it to him.
Oh.
well,
I hardly realize you're even there.
Don't worry, none of us do because he never manifests.
So he just saw his message a few times.
he shows up. He very stealthily took that stone. That was
yeah,
like a
it did.
13.
Awesome.
So
Great move.
Egantri did not know you were swiping it.
I might ask for that as evidence.
Swipe or no swiping.
Yeah, there's some ghostly swiping going on.
I'm also one last corruption point away from being full corrupt.
Ooh, man.
Wow. All right. So you make it outside. Everybody else, is there anything else anybody would like to do?
Yes.
What is the Vermin Rose doing?
Okay. I'm doing tear it down to get to Claggett now.
Oh, yeah, I was going to ask about that. He is in the library area. So actually, Egantri, you kind of see him
Cool.
sort of in mid-bat transformation.
Is that rat still on the shoulder? Or a spider?
That ended up on Mr.
Ended up on Mr. Steele.
And I think we had the spider.
I think, the rat's on steel, who is like plummeting
There is
down.
a spider communicating to you, though.
He went that way. Go get him.
So I'm
Whoa.
doing a tear it down. Oh, I was gonna have something that I was gonna do with him. Shall I wait for him to come back?
Nope, sorry.
Mr. Sue.
Okay. Sorry. Okay.
It's
Tear it
okay,
down.
we'll make it,
When he gets back.
we'll make it work.
Oh my god.
What happened?
Well, hold on. That's still a 7.
Okay.
My spirit's 3. Oh wait, no, it's blood, so that's a 6. Crap.
I can help
Oh,
you.
Go for it.
Yeah,
From
Egantri
pointing
would probably
it
be the
out.
one who would
Makes
help
more
you because
sense.
he's
Yeah.
there.
Wild.
Wild? Cool. 4 plus 3. Plus 2, that's a 9.
Cool. So on a 7 to 9, I smash or move through the scenery and get what I want, but I am disoriented and following up action, leave something behind, or take something with you. I am leaving something behind, which is the stone.
Ooh, okay. You just kind of barf it back out as you're...
Basically, there's just a rat with holding the stone, and it offers it up to Mr. Sue.
Okay. But perhaps, I don't know if you can find a way for your rat to transfer it, or I was going to ask Thomas, because I shouldn't touch it.
Where do you want it to go?
Humans should not.
I'm not a human.
Right, so that's what I was going to ask.
Put it on the stand for now.
Where should this be? I can move through the earth. I'm a rat.
Yeah, we need to take it. We need to take it back to where it was taken from.
You got it. The rat's off.
I can let you know. Yeah.
Okay.
Rat scurry off, hauling that stone safely back where it belongs, in the earth.
Yeah. So, meanwhile, what the rest of her is doing.
All right, you're racing up and you reach...
Yeah, I
Claggett.
do manage to get through the scenery to get to him. I guess I'm going to attack him, if that's at all possible.
I think so. Okay.
Schnick, schnack.
Give me a leash and attack on him.
Okay. Let's see if this goes better than the last time. It went better. That's an 8.
Okay. You can do terrible harm or take something from him.
I am going to take something from him. You said he was midway through being a bat, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Taking his wings off.
Ooh. Yeah, those silver claws just slice down. His wings fly to the side.
And we could say that he inflicts harm on me. We could say that I found myself in a bad spot. I don't even care which of the two.
Okay. I will say he puts harm on you.
Cool.
His claws come back and just slice into you.
All right. So how much harm is that? Like just 1?
Yeah.
Okay. God.
And as he's trying to crawl away, because he's a coward at heart.
Yeah.
Looks to another great coward. And he's like, Gantre, help!
No.
Oh. So,
yeah, and I've got 2. Oh, I have 2 armor right now.
Yeah. So I'd say So let's say the armor's gone.
Okay.
But he's not quite hurt
then
you.
I'm not hurt.
Yeah.
My armor's gone. Okay. Doop-a-doop. Because I rushed in without thinking about anything.
Nice.
I forgot about that because she so rarely does that. She's
Yeah.
surprisingly cautious.
Yeah, interesting.
Until
Yeah,
this
she's
moment
definitely a
where her
tactical
prize
thinker.
is now in sight.
I know. So
So
I'll say all 3 of you guys come up, and you floating
I
up,
have my submachine gun back.
and you see these guys engaged in battle. Oh,
he
Vermin Rose.
probably took 2 harm. I don't know. But yeah.
So you guys have all kind of surrounded them. And Claggett's he's like, stop this, I'll make you rich. I can give you immortality, whatever you desire, I promise.
I'm already working on that myself.
I'm gonna look at Vermin and say, "Skip, I stab him."
You can do a help me out as much as you want.
I'm gonna stab
More
Clancy.
than marry
I'm
him.
gonna stab Clancy. Yeah, Clancy, not Quincy. Clancy.
Quincy is yet to resume.
That is a total 10.
Ooh.
My knife.
Whoa.
So I'm gonna do 3 harm with a silver and cold iron knife.
Oh man! All right, you just plunging into his belly area there.
Because we're probably all kind of surrounding him. He's probably facing directly to Vermin, so I'm just in the back.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. No, I've manifested to actually be seen, and I'm. Yeah, I'll do this with. I'm going to basically be like, this is what you've wrought in these mines, and I'm taking my pickaxe too.
Whoa.
Oh no.
Ooh. Well,
You tried.
You tried.
the
Passes
pickaxe isn't.
through him and he
Yeah.
feels like
I
that
don't.
doesn't
Can you
touch
assist on an attack?
him. Yeah.
You could, but I don't think that's high enough for it to work.
What is it at right now?
5.
Yeah.
Oh, it's only up to 5.
Yeah, it would work.
And I'm out of hold, so
Yeah. I don't
All right, so he's pretty much pinned down.
make sure I had the awesome handcuffs to make sure we can restrain the dude.
Yeah. Well, so I would think at this point he is pretty much at your mercy.
Cool.
So, Vermin Rose, do you want to take the take the unlife of the vampire who inadvertently took your head?
I don't just do this for me. I do this for all the people that you've accidentally killed through your clumsiness and your idiocy. I kill you for the world. Stabby stab.
Woohoo. I'm not gonna make you roll for it because he's like, there's no way he's getting out of this. And you get him like right into that heart.
Yeah.
So he like shrivels up, just kind of turning into this like ash covered skeleton, writhing away on the floor until he is gone. So Vermin Rose, that was kind of your purpose for existing. Do you still keep yourself together, or do you kind of allow yourself to just collapse and move on?
I would say that the moment that he's gone, all of the insects like rush out of her body, like the rats, the vermins, the snakes, everything is like dissipating. Like the skin that was basically being held together by magic all this time, that's gotten blown up, destroyed, dropped off of buildings, just crumbles to dust because that's what it should be by this point. And then there is the ghost of Persephone Blight.
Whoa.
There. And I don't have a ghost sheet in front of me, but I'll say she manifests herself physically. And if you're okay with me jumping to her being a ghost.
Yeah.
Would I recognize her because Archimedes Blight is my superior?
Why don't you put a face to a name for that?
Which faction would this be?
Mortality.
Mortality.
Yeah, because it's Blight.
That's a 13.
Nice.
Yeah, you definitely know who this is. You've seen her picture. Blight's talked about her sad death and like motivated to become an agent.
Persephone Blight.
That's correct.
Your father Archimedes is never forgotten.
Her older brother.
Older brother. Your older brother Archimedes is never forgotten. Yeah.
Oh. How is Archimedes doing?
Well, you're the reason why he's working for the BUP.
Huh.
It's the reason why he's my boss, actually.
Tell him that there's nothing he could have done. I just was interested in jazz,
Oh,
Will do.
jazz.
Will do.
Happened to meet the end of an axe.
I'm guessing that was probably his fault, and he points to Clancy.
He created the Axeman.
Good to know.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of paperwork to write now.
Now that
I enjoy it, though. I enjoy it.
Oh, that's good. Now that I'm not just an agent of vengeance, I can remember my childhood with Archimedes and Mother and Papa out on the Cape.
He'll be glad to know that you're at peace now.
Yes. Thank you.
I'll leave out the part about you being the Vermin Rose initially.
I'm surprised you didn't recognize me then. But oh well.
I wasn't paying too much close attention to the exterior. I was a little bit weirded out by the whole corpse thing.
That's fine. There was a lot of crime and dirt and insects.
Yeah.
I didn't look like how I looked in the pictures.
Yes, that's very accurate.
But I would like to thank you all, even you, Agantre.
I did my part, but I realize I've done some stuff.
It's okay. Everything can be forgiven in the end, as long as you find your way into the light.
That sounds nice, actually.
Thomas Stratton, I hope that someday you find what will release you from this mortal world.
We'll see.
And Mr. Sue, I'm sure that the rat has delivered the stone back to the heart of the mountain.
I cannot thank you anymore. I appreciate it till the end of my days to see you put that back.
And I appreciate everything that you did for me. Well, goodbye, everybody. Have a good life.
Persephone.
Goodbye, Persephone.
And because she's not going to stick around as a ghost. She's ascended to whatever.
I think so. The afterlife. She's moved on.
As she's ascending, I imagine Captain Diego giving her a salute.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's flying up to a better place.
Hell. No.
Okay, no. So, you guys all head outside the mansion. You see outside,
Hey, Gantre, you want one of these? And I pull out the crystal.
Oh, I've got several of them.
I'll take one of
Just
those.
in the mountain.
Alright.
I guess
Alright,
you could put
sure.
them there.
Go ahead.
You have plenty
You said
already.
you had, so
I-
I
Got them.
Yeah,
Having
go
these
ahead.
things for the investigation might be nice.
Cremated.
In all honesty, I think I only need one. I think.
mm,
I'm not exactly sure what this will do to me, though.
I will tell you, it won't give you the happiness you look for.
as you're going out, you pass Tad Howler, who was like hiding behind some bookshelves in the library. He's like in the parlor now. He's just like, Mr. Entree, what happened down there?
Everything.
Fields is dead.
Oh.
What do you mean by everything?
Everything.
Well, Field's gone. I guess that means we might win that strike. Everyone out there's some sort of federal agent out there, disarmed all the guards. I think I might slip on out the back, maybe raid his private stash, see what monies I can find before I go on my way.
Remember what you owe me, Ted.
Woo-hoo. He starts dashing away. A scared dog, just eager or just grateful to be out alive. Yeah, he's like the sole survivor of this whole this villainous crew at this point. So you guys go outside and you see there is Special Agent Archimedes J. Blight is there, looking a little confused, as if he just had a weird premonition or feeling of someone close to him ascending to a better place. But he's like trying to shake it off. He's disarmed all the guards and kind of set them down. And he's like, there he is, sir. Come here, sir.
Yes, Blight.
So, you would like to tell me what exactly happened down there?
I will give you a full report.
And what I'm supposed to tell the director?
I'll tell you this. The workers' strike, there is no Bolshevik influence. None whatsoever.
Oh.
None of them have ever even heard of the Bolsheviks or what's going on. This is an isolated situation. As for what happened inside there, let's just say that Fields was more of an Icarus at this particular moment.
And then I take it that he's no longer with us?
He's become one with the earth.
Oh.
Both, literally has become one with the earth. It was interesting.
That's disconcerting indeed. He's pacing around. He's like, look, you may say there was no Bolshevik influence, but, well, you know how the director is.
I do.
If he doesn't like the shade of the sky, he thinks it's too red and has become influenced by Russia.
Is Montoya still here, or is he kind of scampered off at this point?
He's a bit too weak to actually go too far, so...
But you don't look necessarily like Montoya at this given moment, correct?
No, it still look like
Okay.
Montoya. Just
I think his shadow is more of a mental thing.
Very, shaken and everything.
I do have a point in my report that I want to add. There was a Bolshevik agent involved with E.C. Fields.
Oh. Well, the director might like that.
Yes.
Interesting. I'll check your report.
Yep, I have a couple of different reports I need to close out, including...
However, I must say, this scandal will directly harm your career.
I'm sure of it.
I would say that your time as a bureau agent may indeed be nearing its end.
Even if it wasn't gonna... If my career path didn't head that direction, I think I'd still want to be out at this point.
You won't find me stopping you. And then we have our Chinese friend here. That's most disconcerting. Sir, I regretfully say that usually, if you weren't such a close friend to my colleague here, and if I didn't feel my spirits lifted in some ineffable manner, I would be hauling you in. However, and this goes to you as well, Mr. Rigantre, I'm going to offer you something else.
I was about to flashbang and disappear.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be perfect, actually.
And I got one hold left.
Okay. Well, we didn't say you do that. The moment he's talking about arresting you, you just flashbang.
Teleport.
I mean, he was... Yeah. You bamfed out of there.
Teleport?
That's what I thought. I thought I was going to get hauled in, so I was about to...
No, he's about...
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why I call you.
Totally, please do it. I'm already writing my report to the director.
All right. You teleport away, but basically what he's saying is that he will not look for you if you leave the area.
Hey, done.
So you have you gotta be, and Igandre is same with you. You can't stay in Colton County. You are exiled.
It's all right.
But he won't, out of respect to his partner, he won't search for you.
Cool.
And the same to you, Igandre. The same, I extend the same offer.
Then, I guess before I would go, or in a way, I would leave a message for, written as to Valentine DeLuca. Thank you for assisting me, even though you might not have, realized you were doing it. Really appreciate it.
All right. So we'll check in with kind of our final news in a second. But I do want to do a final scene. Is that even though you guys killed Mr. Field and the Union, whoever replaced, you can't kill a corporation by shoving a snake at the CEO.
Sure try.
Yeah, it's not that easy.
Shoot the snake right at him.
So naturally, Delvers Incorporated remains. They just put someone else in charge. Thankfully, this person at least listens to reason. Some of the miners' demands are made, but the digging keeps on going. They're still making those unsafe decisions and, sacrificing lives in the name of profit. They're still polluting the earth as they're tearing it apart to get at the coal or whatever else is in there. And, sadly, you might have put some pause in the evil and made things better, but it takes a lot more than that to really improve things. Yeah, so small victory. A victory nonetheless, but still. The kind of evil that we have in that part of the world still goes on. You just look at the news, you can see it going on to this day. Well, on that kind of grim note, yeah, I know. On that grim note, let's talk about our closing here. So, we don't need to do our final moves, because this is maybe these characters will come back. I hope some of them do. But let me ask you guys, what do you think happens to your characters, if that makes sense? Because some of us have ascended. Oh.
There is a thing.
Oh,
that
cool.
We'll get to when I get to.
Nice. All right. Well, let's start with Berryessa. What happens to him as the 20s go on, the Great Depression hits and?
So, first off, as soon as they're away from Colton County, Romans has two final acts. The first is to close out several reports. From before that, he informs the last words of Persephone Blight to Archimedes Blight.
Whoa.
I close out the reports on Persephone Blight, Clancy Claggett, and Mr. Sue. Persephone Blight has now been listed as an alias. Their alias is Vermin Rose, status dead. Cause of death, killed by Axeman, New Orleans, 19, yada yada yada.
Giving some kind of closure to her family.
Yep. Clancy Claggett, status dead, cause of death, multiple stab wounds. Notable actions, creator of Axeman, murderer Persephone Blight, vampire lackey. That's all he gets. Mr. Sue, I don't know first name, so it's just quotations Mr. Status, missing in action. Last seen, vanishing act at E.C. Fields Manor. Notable actions, wizardry, connection to Mother of the Mountain. Probably got that wrong. Demolitions expert. So watch out for that guy. And then he
file still open. Whereabouts unknown.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, we'll see what
I do not close out anything from Montolio. Those probably added Bolshevik agent after.
Oh, great.
You work with them once, and it's like that's some permanent.
I had to give the director something, otherwise.
That's exactly what used to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, yeah, you're listed. You're now listed as a red agent.
What, is McCarthy gonna come after me now?
Who knows? Maybe.
This is first. It's the Palmer raid, so it's McCarthy before McCarthy.
It's a little late. Yeah.
Then he retires.
First Red Scare. Yeah.
He does manage to keep his rifle and his machine gun, as they were essentially modified by the Bureau. They were possessions of his from the war. And with that, he begins to look for new work. He does make it out of the States for a while during the Great Depression. Kind of does some work over in England.
Oh, interesting. Kind of a globe-trotting adventurer.
As a monster hunter.
Whoa, very cool.
Use my tactics and my knowledge to the best that I can.
Yeah, so we might see ex-Special Agent Berryessa in the future.
Possibly. It's up to you.
Interesting. I do like it. Yeah, I can see him showing up in our next arc or later on down the line as an older fellow.
He definitely does want to investigate Ein Sof eventually. Ein Sof.
Cool.
Because that weird dude making golems. That is a lead he wants to follow eventually.
Oh, very cool. All right. So, what happens to the ghost of Thomas Stratton? Does he take Diego up on his offer and join that ghastly crew?
I think, for the time, I think he sticks around in Colton County and sort of watches over the miners. And if anything goes extremely wrong, he will step in to the best of his ability. And other than that, he's sort of watching over the miners, watching over his family, sort of... Eventually, I think he's going to try and... Like, I'm this close to leveling, and if I did, I would have led a body of ghosts, which would have been a body of miners.
Ooh, okay. Well, I can see that. I mean, maybe we'll have like a... I mean, now, I always do this, like, what is this region like now? So we might have like an interesting Colton County 2019 game when he's still around leading those ghosts.
Yeah.
You can just kind of imagine...
If you'll allow me to add the one... taken night.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I mean, he would have earned that like as the years passed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very cool. So you're sort of there, like still looking out for the good people there and being like kind of a ghostly avenger.
Yeah.
The Ballad of Thomas Stratton.
Yeah, the Ballad of
This
Thomas
is a
Stratton.
very long song.
I know.
It's about 45 verses.
You'll learn all of them.
Absolutely. They have like a day of the year where they just kind of... It's sung on the campfire as recognition of this person's great work.
Yeah.
It goes on for the entire day.
I will say one of the miners that
a Shakespeare play.
joins his body is his brother.
Ooh, nice. Reunited.
His brother Zane.
And it feels so depressing.
The ghost of Zane.
I know.
The ghost of Zane.
He gets his own verse.
It's about 2 lines.
Yeah.
What about Mr. Sue?
So I would do my best to seal the mountain before I leave, because I want to keep my promise. I don't want to make any more trouble for people that helped out.
Yeah, you get the heart
and
back to the earth.
Yeah, I try to make sure that's sealed away the best possible, and I try to do my best to, with the people I know, make some stories or / like nursery rhymes about stealing from the mountain. You know, because they stick around for quite some time.
Oh, sure.
And then I'd like to travel west and haphazardly sort of just step into a lend-a-hand shop
Whoa.
and say that I need some help. I'm new in town, and
Interesting.
Call back from season 1.
Yeah, hanging out with our pawn shop owning fairy.
They should
Yeah.
have spread.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
You got the lend a hand like chain going on.
That was his goal.
It's
yeah.
the new
Hand one shop
Piggly
over
Wiggly.
to an owner, move, make another shop, hand it over.
So that's when Mr. Sue becomes the shop owner. It's awesome.
Whoa,
It's a good ending.
cool. Runs a franchise there. I love it. So, how about Persephone Blight?
Okay, so most of Persephone Blight is gone. However, there was a piece of Persephone Blight that was busy delivering the stone back to the mountain at the time that the rest of Persephone Blight ascended.
Oh yeah, that rat.
That rat is still around. So the rat comes back, realizes, oh, the rest of me is gone. This is very confusing. What am I going to do with my life? And it doesn't know. It sees Mr. Sue doing his thing, and it tries to get to him in time, but he's gone before that. But the rat's always kind of one step behind Mr. Sue as he travels west, and the rat ends up in Los Angeles, California, where the rat meets a young animator named Walt Disney.
You just became Mickey Mouse? I mean, we're in the right time period for sure.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
And gives him some creative inspiration. and is basically ends up being the secret driving force for the Disney Corporation.
Wow.
To this day.
Oh man, you think he's behind it? It's like Star Wars Land. Let's make it.
Yeah. The rat's basically immortal.
Oh my gosh.
Awesome.
Look, guys, I think nerd culture has really become a big thing now.
Buy Marvel.
It's the best thing you could ever do for your company.
Buy LucasArts while you're at it.
Yeah.
Look, all I'm saying is it's something that we're going to do. Because we've been cutting back a lot on the rat-based and mouse-based things, which I'm not 100% happy about, guys. But I also really like money.
Yeah.
So
the
yeah,
mouse.
Then you have Eldritch Horror Goofy.
So what I'm basically saying is the Disney Corporation is run by an immortal rat.
Which would make sense.
Allegedly.
Let's be honest.
Allegedly.
Don't sue us.
Allegedly run by a immortal mouse. Or rat, sorry.
And then
Possessed by a spirit of a
19.
early 1900s dilettante.
yeah,
Or debutante, I mean.
awesome. And Egontre, I'm really curious. What happens to you as the decades go on?
So before he leaves town, Egantre's gonna have a conversation with Mr. Sue. It's like, alright, be honest, Mr. Sue. What is this thing going to do to me?
In the end, what you saw happen to Fields, it will most likely corrupt you, because you'll be only focused on it. However, you saw what he was able to get from it. If used possibly sparingly, or visited, it may be able to take care of what you have. What was infliction of shattered?
Shattered, yeah.
It may be able to help you get past that amenity in your life.
Alright.
But just be careful.
I do have a lot of these things. But thank you anyway, Sue. And last action, I'm going to wield the arcane and unleash an attack on myself. With a 10+, I am going to... Where is it? Yes. Take my mortality away from myself.
Whoa. So are you becoming a ghost, or what's the
Oh, no.
or becoming an immortal?
Oh no, I got the sheet prepared and everything.
Wow.
Changing
awesome.
archetypes now. Becoming the immortal.
Oh man. So thanks to those stones, you are sort of reborn, and now we got the immortal Egontre.
I don't know if he's be horrified or not.
No, I love it. He's
That's what I
like,
didn't think it was possible.
yeah, he changed playbooks.
He's still
Before
branded
my
by
blast-
the U.S. government as an agent of communism.
Oh,
Well-
I'm wanted all over the world. But at least now, I have time to disappear for a while. And everyone will forget me.
I know. We can have Egontre Jr. will soon show up with none of those problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then maybe I'll show up maybe 80, 90 years from so.
Egontre the Fifth or whatever.
He's locked inside of a prison cell in a Russian gulag, and they just call him the American.
Oh, interesting twist.
Suppressed.
Well,
So
now that
long
you're
as I-
immortal, we could have Egontre come back and like we do our 80s game or a modern game. Could be
Yeah.
cool, yeah.
Maybe one day run for president. Who knows?
Oh, interesting. Oh man, Egontre for my
Spoilers
vote.
that
You
I've
got
seen
my
that
vote.
Jonathan wants to play D&D.
2016 spoiler.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Anyways, time to get out of here.
See this now.
Mr. Steele, let's get the hell out of this place.
Whoa. So Egontre and his Gollum butler will return. And I do hope.
I do want to note that there was a period of time where Rose was piloting a steamboat.
Oh, inspiring Steamboat Willie. Well, speaking of returning characters, I do hope all of you guys return in some fashion for our next arc, which is going to be, and I hope you as the viewer return as well. We're done with the 1920s. We're done with Colton County, West Virginia, and now we're going to a place that is perhaps worse than many places in human history. Well, or maybe not, but it's getting there. The darkness is right around the corner. In our next arc, Berlin, 1936.
I'll say America 2019.
Oh, yeah. I know. You might see some interesting parallels.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Give it a few more years.
Well, let's hope not.
Yeah, really.
So, it's going to be cabarets, fascism, occultism, golems, all kinds of great stuff. Maybe some recurring characters, some new characters, too.
Love the sound.
All of which will happen in 2 weeks as I take some time to write out the story.
I don't know if I should say anything about myself right now.
Oh yeah, if you'd like to.
I'd like to.
This is good. I've been like a pretty much a regular on these shows.
Yeah,
since
for
the
Shadow
channels.
and since our Generation Hero days.
Yeah, well, and even before that with Infinity Tower.
We're talking like 2016?
Jeez.
November of 2016 you've been a part of these shows.
Yeah, so I'm leaving the Sacramento
November
area,
2016.
which will make it difficult for me to be a regular on any of these shows anymore. I'll switch back to my glasses because this is a sincere moment. I really appreciate the people that have watched. I really appreciate Scooter for putting this all together in the first place. Obviously, I'm planning on stopping by every once in a while because I'm moving to San Francisco. It's not that far away. And I don't think I have this great dedicated fan base or anything, but I just wanted to say to Scooter how much I appreciate him doing all this, putting it together, and giving me a shot at being on these shows. It's been a lot of fun.
Not just the shows. I mean, you ran local games at local events.
Yeah.
You've been on a lot of stuff. So you've helped out a ton in just the community. And, I mean, since day one, since the D&D and RPGs days, before even Time to Tabletop was a thing.
Yeah.
Was part of that. So it's the family just grows and the family becomes more geographically distant.
Yeah.
But we have the internets.
Yes.
And if we ever wanted to do something remotely and put a TV there with her, I mean, there's so many opportunities that this can work thanks to, the internet.
Or better when we tried it with Jim.
Thanks, Al Gore.
What?
The ARPANET days. So thank you very much for all that. So for real, you're open invite. Always a huge open invite to especially the pioneers of this channel and what we do in this community here. So there's quite a few of us that got together in the very beginning days. So sad to see you move, but kind of not really because of the opportunities that are going to arise for you as a human being.
You can always stop by if you want.
Yeah, I'd like to stop by. I'd like to hopefully maybe take some of this and put it in San Francisco too.
You do, and we have a lot of things going on in the next year or so. So that is definitely a place. The Bay is. I have some friends and stuff down there that I really want to expand down into the Bay. So, it's a couple of places like that. So, stay tuned for all that good stuff. But until for 2 weeks, for another week, we'll be off. We got to give Michael some creative time to eat his Wheaties and
Right.
Some brain food.
and get on there.
You guys
But
need time to make your new characters or revisit your characters.
yep, but Kat, come back anytime on
Yes,
any show.
we want that special,
realistically,
special guest status.
Special guests.
yeah, realistically, we're always doing different things.
I'll
So
put a Paul Lind of Make Time to Tabletop in the future. Are you the only one that would know who Paul Lind is?
Yeah, I have no idea.
probably.
All right. Look it up, kids.
What up, kids? I think it's in the archives of the internet. But until then, make sure and go out there and have a good time. And always make sure and pull up a chair
And
make time to tabletop. Thanks, everyone.
Good night, guys. Hope you enjoyed the show. See you
Thank
later.
you. We appreciate it.
Good night.
Peace out.